in a Discord of 50 people talking about you, you know, saying how much they miss you.
And they're also going to be screaming penis for some reason, which we were doing earlier.
Thank you. I remember that. I remember that.
I'm not trying to ruin the mood. I'm trying to be realistic.
Really?
More than half of us talk about that shit constantly,
People's
me
Bearcat
included.
General Jackson rum and cherry Pepsi is a great combination.
Like a dick tweak.
Nah.
I mean,
Wow.
$10 says I go back to
And
Mike's
I'm not
spamming
saying
in
that
about
just to ruin
5
the mood
hours.
or anything. I'm
Yeah,
literally
no,
being.
I swallowed a piece of fucking tinfoil somehow.
What?
I can give you a medal for that.
What? Exhibit
Step back and
fucking
evaluate your
A.
life and figure out how that happened and prevent it from happening again.
I swallowed a piece of tinfoil out of nowhere.
The worst thing is this is the second
Genji
time this has
remembers
happened.
Frogs said, "How the fuck do you swallow
What
a
about
piece
the
of
first
tinfoil?"
time?
My only
Genji
just heard that
remembers
voice
Frog said
crack.
second
I
time.
fucking loved how Murmle's voice cracked though when he said
Yes,
that.
I'm not the only one that heard it.
You
Ugh.
can't hate Marmal. You can't hate Marmal.
That is the sound of a 12-year-old hitting
Okay. I
Ooh.
just.
Roasted.
Yo, I have a question.
Yeah.
This is how I cope. I
Who's
roast
the
Murmle.
41st leader over here?
Rude.
He's
I
on
gotta
duty.
take over.
Shit, I'm telling you, he's on duty. He can't really come.
Oh.
Oh.
Because I was wanting to meet my counterpart, because I'm the 41st
But
leader at PLN.
but he would like me to ask if we could make a petition for every the first of what's this month? March. The 1st of March is our Frogs Remembrance Day from now on.
Heck yeah!
Rest in peace, my birthday.
It's gonna be hard to remember.
Yeah, fuck your
Yeah,
birthday.
yeah, your birthday don't matter.
It doesn't matter
It
anymore.
It doesn't matter until you like hit the decade, man. So,
Like, I will just say this when it comes to birthdays, there's a point where people start saying, oh shit.
Yeah.
No, that's what they say when people get pregnant.
No. After a while, they start saying, congratulations.
Frogs.
Congratulations, you won.
Where's the threshold between oh shit and congratulations on pregnancy?
About 24.
It's.
Alright, fuck, sorry.
It's about 24.
About 20?
24.
I'd say 30.
I say 88.
30.
Why the fuck do you say 80?
Did you say 6, Rommel?
No.
The answer is never because children are a nuisance.
Murmle's shit again.
Well,
Guys, ladies and
I
gentlemen,
heard 6.
should all say
heard
happy
20.
birthday to Spark.
Fuck Spark.
Oh, someone's grinding something in their mic.
No, I mean, nobody else will, so.
Alright, Spark, pick a time and a place. I'll see you in a moment.
Okay.
Bearcat, I see a certain name on your fucking.
Oh, yes, I'm General Jax. Troopers.
What do you say, General Jax? We couldn't quite hear you.
Get the dick out of your mouth, Jax.
Please stop. Stop. Fucking stop.
You're a big guy.
Alright.
guys.
Oh,
Is that potato?
trying to get this.
That's what Scott.
Rommel.
Is that potato?
What?
I don't know. I can't hear.
Rommel. Look in the Two Frogs chat. Look at the images.
As long as they're not me, I'm good.
Foxy will never forget
That's not
said see that giant mang in the back, holding the error due to the Newfoundlander who took the screenshot is an arse. That man is a legend.
No.
Go.
Stop. Oh my fucking god, dude.
Who's doing that?
Wait, can we tone it down, folks?
Can we turn it down?
You're not mic spam at least? Like,
Can you
jeez.
smell what
Yeah,
the
just-
okay?
I'm glad
Um,
your hand's getting better, Blake.
I'm gonna be, because I don't know how long I'll be staying. I have to do a few things. So, final notice, for me and my pal Marth down there. If you're ever struggling, talk to somebody. You know, it's important. You know, there are people that cares, and this is a genuine example of that. So when there's something wrong, talk to someone. Talk to someone that you know. Somehow know me or Marth talk to us. But it's important to speak up and to share a good time. So with that notice, I think I will be heading out now. I might come back. I think it's wild to
read
Oh my
some
god.
things about frogs. But
Stop opening
Who the
bags.
fuck is
Stop
crunching
opening
bags?
your bag.
All right, fat ass, get the bag of chips open and eat them.
Yeah, well,
God
Don't
damn.
don't beat around the bush.
Just fucking mute
Oh, hey,
your
dude.
mic and let that one person speak.
Or turn on push to talk like a good boy.
anyway.
I have a feeling that it might be.
One picture.
I've been talking this entire time.
Johnson, stop opening the bag. I know it's you.
All right.
Me?
No, it's me.
Alright, never mind.
It's called
Says I know it's you, and says I think so.
How about we just leave it to whoever's speaking at that moment speaking, nobody else? That sounds pretty good. What do you think?
Yep.
I have a
Sounds good.
headache.
That's
so,
why I
you
called
know,
out
that'd be
Johnson.
great.
With that said, I don't know if Marth is available hearing me right now, so I don't know if he's staying or going, but talk to someone. If you know me or Marth, talk to us. You know, we're people that you know, we known each other, and I know that he and I has dealt with people that have been handling some stuff. I know in my life I've had to handle quite a few things, and it's not easy, but you have to remember, you know, again, this genuine example shows that there's always people that cares about you, even if you don't think so. That's not up for you
Johnson
to
remember
decide.
said it's not.
Everyone else says if they care about you. You cannot, with this exact example, you cannot say under any circumstance, there's no right for you to say that no one cares about you. There is always someone that cares about you. So with that said, I'm happy. Well, not happy, but I thank everyone for being here for frogs. I'm deeply upset myself. I'm very, very upset about frogs, and I'm sure that you guys can move together as a community. If anyone wants to talk to me, feel free to. If they just want to discuss about frogs or whatnot, just absolutely anything, you can just go on and send me a message or whatnot, and I'll hopefully get back to you soon enough. I have a few things to carry on with. Thank you all very much, and see you around.
Can we get a round of applause for that?
Have a good one, man. Definitely.
Please don't stop.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Okay, when she said round of applause, I don't think
Genji
she meant
remembers
someone grab
frogs
some
said
fucking
claps.
pots and pans and start
Emmy
Yeah, I was
shooting.
gonna say, who just
Claps.
dropped their entire
Genji
pan?
remembers frogs.
Like,
You just leveled up to level
I
1.
was
Well
feeling that was
done.
we're
me.
trying to be serious,
Drew
and this is
remembers
why
said
we
asterisk
can't
me
be
claps.
serious.
My mic is sensitive.
Seriously.
It could have been me.
Someone else
Remember,
just
Someone
fucking
handed
grab
Desmond, all of
pots
a
and
sudden
pans
you
and
hear a
throw that bitch on the floor.
everyone try to keep your stuff as cheery as possible, because we all know that's what he would want. You know, like you know, I'm not saying you can't say anything sad. Like, obviously, I'm just saying, like, you know, he definitely wants us to stay happy, to stay, you know, having a good time. And
I mean, he was a goofy guy. Him of all people had a good laugh.
If anything, if you guys want, I can start getting a game of Cards Against Humanity up.
no,
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 fucking way. We do not need that many
This is
people
gonna
in
be, this is
that.
gonna be tough.
This would be so much fun.
Alright.
Get some fucking Cards Against
You know-
Humanity.
Drew remembers said yeah, Cards
some
Against
CG in
Humanity
here.
with 40 people.
Hello, you know what an option would be? It'd be board game online. We could always play that.
Oh my god, yes.
Someone start a
Monopoly.
petition to rename CG to Tard Wranglers.
I just heard someone's mom.
Okay,
Ray?
so
Who the
as
fuck
he
is
was saying,
Ray?
this
Fucking
is more of a
spouting.
celebration of life,
Did I? I don't know if you heard of her.
so keep it kind of positive.
Who the fuck is Bounder? Stop eating chips over the mic,
Stop eating your Pringles, man.
I'm gonna mute myself there.
What flavor?
Kind of the
For
plan.
fucking Christ, seriously.
Put push to talk on.
Can you imagine at like a funeral, some guy whips out a bag of
Whoa. Stop right there.
Okay, Arctic, I've seen it happen.
Halt.
Oh my
God. I have to, actually.
Loud ass chips.
Someone's just like, sorry, hang on.
Middle of the funeral.
A bag of Cheeto Puffs.
There's
It's a nice,
always that
What is it?
it's a nice heartfelt speech, and all you hear is the crinkling of a bag.
And then also you hear.
I'm just imagining just like
Drew remembers said everyone I'm sorry I have to go eat dinner.
Go ahead.
Floor is yours.
Drew remembers said I will come back as soon as
Oh,
possible.
is this crazy about to sing us a song?
Maybe. He's tuning.
Alright.
Hold on, I gotta fix the mic up, right?
If you start playing Never Gonna Give You Up, I'm leaving.
I'll do more than just leave.
Big green trap.
What about
Mercy
take on me?
/R2D2 remembers said
I feel
crazy
like you
singing.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
No, I'm gonna.
Just play some Phil Collins, man.
I'm gonna be moderately depressing.
Piano.
God damn it,
That's
Blake.
okay.
Why did you lick me? Could you not?
That's gross.
Reskoff remembers said it all goes out of hand when one person out of the 40 people gets a blank card.
Step one, you say we need frogs. You say sit down.
Mercy /R2D2 remembers said OHMY.
Politely back at you. You stare politely. Some sort of window to your right. Seagulls left, but you stay right between the lines, fair and plain. You began to wonder, hey, did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. Let them know that you know best, 'cause after all you do know best. Try to slip past his defense without granting innocence. Lay down a list of what is wrong, things told him all along. I pray to God he hears you, and I pray to God he hears you. Oh, where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. He begins to raise his voice, lower yours and grant him one last choice. Drive until you lose the road, break with the ones who follow. He will do one of two things with everything, or he'll say he's just not the same, and you'll begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. How to save a life. How to save. Did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. How to save a life.
Oh my god. That was beautiful.
That was pretty good.
That was good, Craig.
That was amazing.
By the way, I recorded that, so
Dude, that
just
was
in case.
that was
10 out of 10.
beautiful, dude.
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh,
All right, this is the 1 hour warning.
God damn it.
It's 1 hour to gather, and then we start, saying what we need to say.
dude, I'm crying right now, dude.
I hope my phone don't die
Jeez.
by then.
Hey, Tweak.
Yeah.
How would you feel about a little structure like for the first part, we say, I guess in the best way to put it, what needs to be said, and then like in the second part we start talking about some like good memories we've all had and shit
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
basically just gonna move down the line and ask them, like, if there's anything they wanted to say, and then, I was just gonna have it like that since there's like fucking 50 people.
Hey, that's a good thing, though.
I know that is a damn good thing. I just
Like, what is it? By the way, if you have legit something like super long or like a huge speech to say, I would say to start going towards up the list, like changing your nickname.
like
So
try to
you
get closer to the top of the list under me, otherwise I'm
Yeah.
gonna get confused.
Exactly.
Let me change my name because I have something big.
Like, because remember, they weren't kidding when they said I have a one-track mind. I'm not stupid. It's just I have a one-track mind.
No, he's stupid.
No, fuck you.
How am I supposed to get under you? Fuck.
Use a tilde. Use a tilde.
Yeah, use the tilde in your name.
I can't do it.
God, fucking, who was it that sung that? Crazy?
Yo.
He has some hell of a talent.
Wait,
Yeah,
that
he
was
does.
crazy?
Dude.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, you got a really good voice, man.
Why do you have to pick that song, man? As soon as I heard the fucking guitar coming, I was like, no, please.
Yeah, I guessed it too.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's literally the first time that song has made me actually feel emotion.
No, like that was a really good voice, and if you ever want to collab with me, let me know, because I'm a singer too.
I'm a singer.
Me as well. I'm in choir.
I love how everyone immediately fucking
I
says,
need
I'm a
female
singer.
too.
You guys
I need a
let me
female
sing
singer
before.
too.
The fuck you mean?
I've never heard of us sing.
I want to be. Just everyone immediately says, I'm a singer.
I can
No,
beatbox.
like I legit am. I've been in.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, holy shit.
I did it, Tweak.
Anyway, let's break
wait, you
this
fixed
just for
it?
a second,
Hi,
guys. Break. Thank you. Yeah, like singing, like chorus, choir, stuff like that. Yeah, I did all that too. But that was a fucking amazing voice, good tone, good guitar. Hats off to you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Hey guys,
I'll play some more scary stuff later.
Also, Crazy, were you just telling me that you fixed it?
No.
God damn it.
Guys,
Go fix it. Go fix it tomorrow, man.
No, I'm working on it.
Yeah, what's up, Bravo? Hang on.
Hey, Arctic.
Why'd you have to pick that song of all the songs?
Someone said
Arctic.
Tweak I did it, and I was like,
Bravo, just PM me what you're trying to say.
I've came for revenge.
So for future reference, everybody's fine if Do comes in, right?
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
Coming in, I just don't want to get this.
The Do?
Yeah, Do. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
He might. He might be getting on soon. I can't make any guarantees, but yeah.
Are you talking about? Are you talking
if
about?
he comes here to be serious and to
He's gonna be serious. There's no.
okay, if he's going to actually,
he's not gonna troll or anything.
okay,
Wait,
then he is welcome here.
Wait, who are you talking about? Are you talking about?
Dewdrop.
Dewdrop.
Ahsoka.
Remember, I said anyone is welcome here to say their
I'm
final
just making sure,
advice.
'cause I don't want shit to start.
Yeah.
I was confused. I was confused for a second because you said, "Oh, I don't want them to troll or anything." I was like, "Oh,
No,
I thought
I
it was
just-
Ahsoka," and then I heard troll. And I was a little confused then.
Yeah,
It's not trolling, more or less just causing issues.
They're not gonna cause issues. It's fine.
No, not over this.
For example,
okay, good.
Risky told me that he made amends with Ahsoka a month back. He said he forgot everything that happened. He forgave him and all that, so there really is no issue.
Yeah, I never really had issues with him, to be honest. I just found out one day he didn't like me. I was just like, oh.
I've been out of the loop for a while, so I just wanted to make sure.
What, like Ian? You're talking about Ahsoka?
Yeah, I say dude because that's how most people know him, but we don't.
Yeah. If I were to be gay, Ian would be my gay lover.
Okay.
Is it the effeminate voice? I feel like it's the effeminate voice.
I think so. I really do.
My Wi-Fi went out, and I come back to that.
Yes, you do.
Beautiful to come back to.
Just for the record, I am not gay. Okay.
You can say what you want, but you've already said it. You've already
Any
said
man-
I bloodworm and
Any
gay,
man who
and
must
Ian is
say
my
he's
lover.
not gay is
That
gay.
is
You're
running away from the obvious.
Amore's in here.
Oh, which reminds me, hey Phil Collins, I got a picture to show you.
Oh, you want a picture for me?
Yeah, no, this is like the girl that I've been.
Am I gonna hate you if you post this picture, or am I gonna like you?
I've been hanging out with this girl for a while, so hold on.
Where the? I thought you said Amore's here. Where is he?
Squeeze. Hold on.
You're not allowed to show my Bearcat pictures of other girls.
I love how I asked for. Hey Amore, hi Amore.
Is he gonna unmute?
It's gonna be.
Dude, I haven't heard his voice in so long. I'm like waiting in anticipation.
Yeah, I kind of am too.
It's been a while.
You should hear him with a British accent. It's orgasmic.
He's gonna sound like Kermit.
Hey guys!
Do not
do it.
Like.
Yeah, it's back the way you came.
Come on,
Oh no! Don't do that again, Bravo.
My name is Green Apple Throne.
Okay.
Seriously,
All
dude.
right. Let's all be silent so we can make this intense. Just everyone be silent. No coughing.
No breathing.
Can I get Fritos, please?
No.
Hey, sorry, I was making dinner.
So anyway, Bearcat, this is my my new squeeze.
Wait, who's this guy that just entered?
This is
Hey, what?
Amore.
This is Amore.
Who, speak. Amore, speak so I can adjust your volume.
That'd be me.
It's been a while, Amore. Hey, man.
So you have a good. So you're good. You don't have a loud voice.
I hope you're still. I hope you're still like down to narrate my entire life.
Oh Jesus!
I gotta save that picture now. Just because that's a beautiful picture.
What?
Fucking
is
frog
mine?
saying I want to striggle tweaks with my.
Yeah, that one I put in the meme.
I had to.
I want to watch her.
I need to save the.
Wait, what?
Click in the meme landfill one, and you see what I
God.
posted.
What, is she a fan of Phil Collins?
Yes, she likes Phil Collins.
Beautiful Phil Collins.
Oh my God!
What the
I
fuck is
want
all
to
this
strangle
talk about
tweak.
Phil Collins?
Don't even ask. Don't even ask.
Phil Collins.
I'm sorry, do you not know who Phil Collins is?
Oh
my
not
God.
this shit again.
Who's Phil Collins?
Somebody say why not.
No! Phil Collins is an international treasure.
Yes.
And if you don't like Phil
International
Collins,
travesty is more
you're
like
not
it.
human.
International man of mystery.
He's a cool and good guy.
No, she does a lot of art. She listens to a lot of that good music, man.
Man, if I like meet Phil Collins' daughter, I'm going for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going for it.
Just to hang out, just to hang out with Phil Collins.
Oh God.
Hang
To
out
be
with
related to Phil Collins would be a life dream complete.
Marry Phil Collins.
I
think that's the end goal for Bearcat.
He
I
won't know.
would
He
marry
wants
Phil
to become
Collins, but
one
he's
with Phil
straight and he won't
Collins.
accept me.
He'll accept you anytime.
You can't. No, you don't know that. You can't confirm that. You haven't asked him directly.
Look, I gotta figure out my approach to where he's not gonna I need a restraining order on you.
You just gotta say that you're a good person. I respect.
All I know is to start is I can't start with Milady because that will immediately turn him off.
Nah, it will make it better.
You see pictures on the news of Bearcat sitting outside Phil Collins' house.
The lady me Bearcat.
Nah, but yeah, I'll be
Are we gonna move on?
Takes about an entire second to scroll down.
Cough. Are we gonna move on? Cough.
I have a
Cough.
question.
Breathe.
Is that the Beyond Blizzard?
What?
What? Yeah. What?
Oh wait, is that the old Blizzard?
Is that OG?
MechWorks Blizzard.
OG
Oh
Blizzard?
yeah, I remember you a long time ago.
Is this MechWorks Blizzard?
Is Blizzard in here? Is
No, wait,
yeah,
not
Blizzard's
not
here.
Medcore Blizzard. I'm thinking of like the fucking Clone CO Blizzard.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's MechWorks Blizzard.
That's Medcore Blizzard.
What if they're the same person?
Cough, can we move on? Cough, cough.
Blizzard trained me in MechWorks.
Move on to
Move
what?
on to move on to what? We haven't started anything yet.
I thought we started after.
No, that's almost an hour from now.
Yeah. We're
Right now, we're getting everyone
48 minutes.
together. Like that's why I asked you all if y'all wanted to start it soon.
It's 7:12.
Hey guys, I gotta go, but I just want to say I'm sorry.
Hold
what
on.
happened. I'm really sorry.
We're glad that you at least came and joined and talked.
Look, he's part of my family. Of course I'll come. Whatever it takes. I'll talk to you guys later.
Peace
Bye,
out, man.
Johnson.
Peace.
Bye.
See you later.
Now when I think about it, he actually Frogs lived a couple neighborhoods near me. A little bit away from me.
Damn the mailman, really? Really?
If anybody wants, before we get started, since we still got like a little bit of time, I'll be down in the concert hall if anybody wants to listen.
No problem with the mailman blood.
Thinking you're Carl Malone.
Technically, you are a
Everyone's
mailman
going.
in 14, so yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to the concert hall, but I'm gonna chill in here.
Same.
Blood, I didn't.
Can I eat my chips now?
No.
No.
With your mic muted, you can.
PTS is active.
You need to starve.
PTS doesn't work when you're not part of any server.
Oh my god, Tyke!
Hey, Tyke.
I told you I messaged them.
Hey,
I just
Tyke,
didn't qualify everyone decided
how
to
long
sing
ago did you hear about everything?
This morning when I woke up and I found out everything was purple.
Yeah.
The purple thing kind of was
Dewdrop is
my
here.
fault.
That's understandable.
Cause I wanted to do a thing where I wanted everyone to remember frogs in a way, and so I was like, "What's Frog's favorite color?" That'd be very simple. We could just have a color.
Yo, it's you.
Well, thanks for messaging me, Blake, because I actually
Everybody-
thought Discord got hacked.
Hey
Sweet.
man, no
You
problem,
thought
alright?
Discord got hacked because we were all turning purple.
Everything was
It
purple.
was appropriate to bring you over for some time.
Hey,
I don't
what's
pay
up?
attention too much in the world, but I know you were around, so
Thanks, man.
What's up, Dewdrop?
Yeah, dude. Been ages.
Oh my god, it's
Yo.
This is literally like everyone who used to be a thing, and we're all back as a thing, and it's kind of nice.
I still, I
To
still,
be honest,
on better
you guys
terms,
are all
though.
being super cool. I wasn't a thing. I was like a lowly SPC.
No,
So-
you were.
That's a good thing.
Talking about.
I just realized Rick is here.
Masterworks, I was one of the this place is being ruined.
Yo.
Tyke, I love you.
Hey.
Oh my
Somebody's
god.
wheezing.
What is this wheeze?
I have an idea.
It ain't easy being weak.
Why don't we try bringing in the original Anakin Krieger?
Oh my god. The disappointment. The disappointment.
Like, it'd be a good idea. It'd be a good idea to get Krieger, but from what I've heard, I'm not gonna say what's been going on, but he's done a bit of stuff. So.
All right.
Drugs.
Okay, yeah, fine. There's a lot of drugs.
Hey, I just want to say something real quick. I know you all. I fucking love you all. All right. I love you.
You too.
Don't you forget that.
Me too,
Yo, man, I
Tyrone.
love you too.
Who are you? Hey, you ever need somebody to talk to? My mom's taught me a lot about psychological analysis and shit, so,
Oh, so I should talk to your mom?
Hey,
Yeah, she's actually a psychologist.
Tyrone.
Get on the mic.
I don't like
to your mom.
I love you.
So's my mom.
Can you get her on the mic?
Can I talk to your mom?
Tyrone, you're my godfather.
10
That's my favorite
Come
movie.
into my family. I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. That's the
I hate
fucking
this
Godfather.
reboot.
So I bought the special edition of Saints Row the 4th, and I have the Johnny Gat statue.
Oh, this is for Saints Row.
Play the fourth Saints Row game.
I thought it was gonna be super hype. My bad.
Yeah, the
The
third.
series.
And I'm really debating writing his name on it. I'm really debating.
Saints Row 2 is the best game. Let's be honest, too.
Ah, 3.
I'd say 3 with the giant purple dildo.
3 was amazing.
I don't know. I was the guy about the first game.
The giant purple dildo is what did 3 for me.
Damn it.
Good memories of loading.
I
into the
remember-
line and just tasing people.
I remember in Saints Row 4, Neelix and I finished the whole game in 2 days because it was available for free on Steam weekends.
Oh my god.
That's
I heard
such a
that
short
story,
game, too.
That story was so
I
good.
heard it wasn't good either.
It wasn't bad.
Every
One of the
game
best
sucks.
parts is, have you ever tried playing the game with 2 players?
Yes.
Oh man, there's nothing better than
It's a
doing
wild
that
ride.
giant soda can boss fight with 2 giant statues of hammers. Oh, it was beautiful.
Every video game
beat me
sucks.
level
We
completely
Ever
cheesed
since I was a
the
boy,
boss because it was meant for one person. When you 2-player, gives you 2 giant statues versus the one, so we just went nuts on him. And he kept like stumbling over from every hit, so there wasn't even any damage taken. It was beautiful.
David
Oh,
Cage
somebody
games
just
are
honked at me on the road.
You should tell him to go and like.
Hey guys, I invited
eat a dick.
Hades in case he's
Eat some
has
granola.
time to come on to say hello.
David Cage.
Man, not
Wait,
to
who's
like
rolling us?
fucking.
It's Bloodshot. What's up, dude?
It's a lot of old people, man.
Not to like
It's-
fucking throw a
Yeah,
fucking
dude, it's been ages.
spoon in the mood that like we're all trying to like. Can you imagine how his mom and stuff must be feeling? I feel so bad for them right now.
The thing is, we knew before his parents.
Did we?
Some
really?
of us knew.
Some of us
Oh,
did
that's-
know before our parents.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Because I think it's
That's
Kyle
fucked up.
that made the call.
Yeah.
I never
So-
hung around the coast, so I don't know how well any of you guys know Frog's family. I mean, that's kind of spooky, though. Like,
Oh, where
I
was
am incredibly
Frogs?
sorry.
Where did Frogs live? Like, where is he from?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. All right.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Well, all right, Australia. We know you don't know what that is, but it's okay.
No, you're telling me that the state called Pennsylvania.
It's where vampires live, dude.
Canada doesn't exist.
Pennsylvania?
America is the only.
No, that's Transylvania, where vampires live.
Canada's a myth.
These are diet vampires.
Canada's a myth. Agreed. +1.
Australia
It's just
doesn't
ice.
exist.
A country with free healthcare couldn't exist, possibly, says all Trump deniers.
No, it couldn't. It's too good to exist.
Wait, you believe in the Earth?
Wait,
Flat
the
Earth Discord?
The Earth
Earth is
is a
flat?
cube. The Minecraft space mod proves this.
No.
Whoever said the Earth is
Whoa.
I'm out. Minecraft mentioned. I'm gone.
No, mine.
There goes Kyle.
badge.
Yo,
It's
was that the
historic-
real dewdrop?
Minecraft is historically accurate. I don't know
Stop.
what you mean.
It's technically the size of 24 Earths because
The Minecraft story mode goes
Who's
to
yelling at me?
For everybody here, I think I
Obviously,
still currently
Minecraft
own a
is
Minecraft server.
historically
I can
accurate.
open one up.
Arctic said he was gonna open one up.
I actually have one.
He was gonna
bought
make
one
it
a few months
pix-
ago.
You have Minecraft server?
He was gonna make it Pixelmon though.
That's
How do you buy
Okay,
my
first
Minecraft account?
off, Felix, I'd say think about it.
Yeah. Then you said maybe I might, and then probably.
How about
So that's
you?
a yes.
Probably.
That's right. I can open up a
Probably.
Pixelmon if you want it,
Pixelmon is
Neelix.
number one.
That's it. We're all
Pixelmon
giving
is
up Gmod. We're becoming a Minecraft community.
Yes, I've been waiting for this.
Badge.
It's Gmod Minecraft.
Only if we have space mods we can prove.
Okay, listen, we're
this
doing
is
Star Wars RP, but in Minecraft. There we go.
There's a mod for that.
I've never been so glad to leave Gmod until today.
The Star Wars texture pack?
Hold on,
Actually,
I'm
there's
looking if there's
Every storage
Been
has a
there, done
lightsaber.
that.
Yeah.
Star Wars RP Minecraft with wooden swords. Lightsabers.
Listen, man,
I
obviously
actually did
Minecraft is a lot more realistic. I mean, have you played Minecraft VR?
There's a hunger system. No game has that.
Yeah, no game has hunger.
Every fucking survival game. Thank you.
Metal Gear Survive.
Bullshit.
We don't talk about that.
We can't talk about that one, man.
Wait, Tyke, no, there's no way. Tyke, no.
Yes, there is.
This
There is a
can't
Star
be
Wars
real.
roleplay on Minecraft. There is.
Wait,
Yeah, there's multiple.
We have been.
There was ones from ages ago. There's YouTube series based around it. There's servers. Okay, like I don't know, like 6 years ago, I played on one, and I was a little child, and there was Minecraft.
Why is that Jedi Padawan
Are you still a little child?
There's a Dark Force.
Oh yeah, I know. I still am. I'm just a lot less.
Okay, there's
Dude,
something
I'm
wrong.
just imagining the
You're
world-
just a child with gigantism, that's all.
The guy with the red lightsaber.
Hey guys, are you doing something on the server for frogs or
Eventually.
is it
Right
gonna
now
be
we're
like a
just-
memorial service or are we just are we gonna like put them
There are plans.
statue or something?
There are things I'm trying not to spoil, but like people keep bringing stuff like this up, so
Spoiler.
like there. Damn it! There are
Spoilers.
plans, and they will be announced at the end of our.
Yo, we saw you in
gathering.
we saw you in the room along with who was it? Tweak. We know what's going on.
I'm gonna get Insider Magazine.
Wait, so should I hop on Ecos or
No.
Oh, yeah, a little frog on her shoulder.
Alright, I won't go on Ecos ever again.
Yeah, Arctic. We have the room wiretapped. We know what you guys are talking about.
Yo, Arctic, my dude. Frogs on her shoulder.
Right, I'm opening up a Minecraft
Yes,
server
dear?
for everyone right now.
It is. How are you?
How are you though? That's the real question.
Tyke.
Wait, is that Ian?
Fantastic, my dude.
Ian!
Tyke.
I'm really fucking sad.
God damn it, guys! Let me fucking talk. Anyway, Tyke. Can you set up a PUBG one? PUBG Minecraft.
Yes, because this is extremely more important.
No, sir. You gotta do survival games.
I can do
Rules of survival.
Where's my Kingdom Hearts Minecraft?
Alright, one more time. Break. Rules of survival. I actually play that, and I'm a grandmaster on it. So yeah.
It's such a stupid game.
Do you play Knives
and it's
Out?
and it's better than PUBG, by the way. So anybody who says otherwise is dumb.
PUBG, more like NubG.
I'll play PUBG right now, boys.
Dude, I hate
Is that actually?
Minecraft
If you play
PUBG.
Fortnite or PUBG, then you're a normie.
What's PUBG?
You are a normie, exactly. You got to play Rules of Survival, the game that updates.
Dude, it's called Rules of Survival.
Bro, what's
Rules of
PUBG? I
Survival.
think you mean
Rules of
Minecraft
Survival.
survival games.
You mean the Hunger Games, dude?
Excuse
Minecraft
me,
Hunger
Terraria
Games?
survival game.
Alright, guys, can you
made in Japan?
can you guys cut out the cancer for just a
Yeah,
little while,
right.
please?
Nah, bruv. Oh, by the way, guys, so recently I've started saying the term bruv unironically.
What are you, Australian?
Oh, you
No,
are.
that's not Australian. That's Bristol.
Hey.
Oh my god.
That's
Don't
so.
make fun of Tyke.
Australia's for prisoners.
Bruv!
You what, bruv?
I miss you.
They lost the Great Emu War.
Don't drop
Yeah,
self.
that
Oh no!
So,
Dude,
so I'm back.
again.
Australia
They may
is
have had-
for
What is
They have
that?
had excellent machine gunners, excellent infantry, but they didn't stand a chance against the EMU forces.
I
Stop
didn't
talking
feel
about my past.
I didn't feel it was right that Jaeger didn't know, so I told him as well.
The emus had God mode on.
This
Geek.
Yes, they did.
That's a lot of nuts.
They have hacks.
We had 3. Yeah.
Oh my god, Geek's here?
Hey, how you doing?
What?
Geek's been here for.
Oh god, it's
Boys,
I'm
Hi.
always here.
Amore. Wait, I knew Amore was here. We got Dewdrop,
Who?
Dan. A lot of faces I saw a long time ago. Cole, I think I've seen you a few times. A
Cole
very
is
long ass time ago.
He was Medcorp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he is.
Hey, Twig. Gang is
time no here.
Anyways, I gotta
Yeah.
go in like 20 minutes.
No.
He wouldn't.
He is. Hey, I
Once
said
a-
everyone is allowed here for this. So if he wants to come here, that is his decision.
Send the link.
I don't care about his past offenses.
You know, I'm not objecting to Rush being here.
Hey, Tweak.
He has as much right as we do.
Tweak,
Or what?
All in favor?
Oh,
We
God.
love everybody.
You're still hung up on
Equality.
You know, maybe
Oh, I
this will
told him
help us mend our ties with BLN.
We don't have issues with BLN.
Hey, do you
I
have
know,
a
I'm just kidding.
dick
Like, I
tag?
remember Tweak, you made an excuse
Like
about that.
the only thing I have with BLN is just straight up Resh, and it's just something that me and him have to talk about. That's it.
Rush literally like hates my guts, and it kind of sucks because I wanted to like put things aside and go back on BLN.
Kinda
You know
did
what?
come on the server
You know what,
though.
Tyke?
You self-promoted and shit. So
No, I didn't.
yes, you did.
No, I fucking didn't.
I was there.
Okay, hey, it
All
wasn't-
right,
guys,
stop arguing.
Guys,
This is a time of remembrance.
And with that, the
Hey,
server split in two again.
Now's not the time for this, like, honestly.
And at that moment, the server split into.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
Oh,
Listen
God.
right now.
Yep. Anyway, just to clarify this, guys, it wasn't Arctic. It was me that was advertising Masterworks on BLN. So yeah.
What a champ.
Count to 4.
Tyrone. Hero.
Yeah, for some reason everyone thought I was advertising my servers on BLN.
No, not self-promoted as an. Okay, no, let's just drop it.
I know. Okay.
Do drop it.
No, shut the fuck up. No puns.
Get out. Puns are terrible. Kill
No
yourself.
puns.
That was.
Some like Galac's channel that he
By-
can't leave.
By the way, hey dude, it's been a while, man.
add insert fingers down with the left finger.
No.
Dewdrop, Ian, how you been, man?
Yo, hold up. What's going on in the concert hall?
I
They're
believe
playing
It's
music.
probably people that don't want to be around all this cancer.
no,
Did it get
crazy is
quiet?
in there singing.
Crazy's
No,
playing
no,
music.
Crazy's kind of. I think Crazy's either playing a song or working on the server.
Probably.
I think Crazy's
Playing a
kind of
song.
crazy.
Yo, hold
Playing a
up.
song.
That's risky. Yeah, yeet, dude.
Risky's coming on soon.
Risky's
Oh,
here.
He is in here.
Yeah,
Excuse
Risky's
me?
right fucking there.
Excuse me, the whole fucking list is huge. I can't
know,
notice.
but like
Yeah, no.
That's a risky thing to
few
say.
R's. There's like
Sounds like some risky business going on.
oh my god.
We're gonna. Hey, it looks like we need to lock up the situation.
Yeah, hey, Risky, you missed my amazing apology. To like,
Call him
You need
CG.
to tweet that joke.
Glad that my name cannot be worked into a pun.
What's your name?
Hold on. It's Joe Bob.
Hey, Joe Bob, get a
Hey
job.
Joe. Hey Joe.
No, it's a
Get
job.
up.
Alright,
Bravo, stop. It's a name. You can't put a name.
Risky, you
Well,
missed
Joe
my
Bob,
amazing
your name
apology
is
that I handed out to like half the
Synonymous
server.
with incest in the South.
Joe Bob, more like
oh.
hand job.
Hey, look at that. Hey,
That's
look,
out of context.
guys,
Legs,
guys.
knees.
Hey,
You're just
look.
reaching. Wow.
Hey guys,
Yo,
look at
did I
that bear.
miss it?
It's a pretty cool cat.
No, we're starting in 30 minutes.
Alright,
fellas,
something right now I'm playing
I'm gonna go
PUBG.
pay a visit to that concert
Lizard's
hall
trying to
that
control the
I'm
situation,
in.
but
No, don't. Acapella.
I'm just saying meme. I'm just saying puns at this point of everybody's
I have
name.
Wait,
I have great news for everybody.
Wait, who wants to play PUBG with me? What?
No, I got a Minecraft server.
Yay.
Is that a Moray?
Alex,
It is. It is.
Wait, Alex, you'll play PUBG?
Popo said all the
Dude,
people
it
start
is
to
Alex,
make
it's
bad
Vulture.
puns, then the Popo rolled in.
Vulture, let's do it.
Let Risky
Tyrone
talk.
remembers
Hey,
Frogs
hey,
said my only
PUBG players,
Discord message
how's
with
it
him.
feel to actually have to pay for a game
Tyrone
that you can get
remembers
for
Frogs
free
said
somewhere else?
gyzo.com.
How's it feel to play a game with graphics for 5-year-olds?
How's
it feel to play
Gmod even though it's paid?
Yo, chill, chill, my family.
Time out.
Today is not a day we should be roasting each other.
The
How does
college
it
are
feel
good
to play a
games.
battle royale
It's
game?
time to make some fun.
Roast.
It was at this
Every day
moment
is a
the
roast
server
day.
split into PUBG versus Fortnite.
They both suck. How about that?
He wasn't even referring to Fortnite. He was referring to Rules of Survival.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Versus
exactly.
Rules of Survival versus Minecraft Hunger Games.
Listen, guys, you can't talk about. You can't talk about.
Versus Terraria.
You
No,
can't talk
this
about
this is
survival games without mentioning the OG and Minecraft Hunger Games.
basically the way that I feel when somebody says graphics, I laugh at them and make them realize that graphics don't make a game, it's the mechanics.
Yeah, graphics don't make a game. It's nice of graphics.
I think you're all missing a big.
Graphics playing a game.
Haven't you seen Honey Pop, dude?
Thank you.
Oh
That's
my
why.
God.
That's why I firmly believe that Pong is the best game of all time. Thank you.
Agreed, Arctic. Agreed.
Oh my,
Yes.
Pong at 60 frames per second.
There's nothing better than Ride to Hell Redemption.
70 frames
Oh my
per
god, it's
second is
fresh.
better.
No, wait, that's in TeamSpeak. Oh, fuck. TeamSpeak.
Well, I just
Oh
gave
my God,
myself
register.
away.
Let's stop talking about video games and let's start making just puns.
Oh, but I've got Minecraft loading up. I've got the
Rob,
Hunger
no.
Games map
That's
downloaded.
Have you ever seen it? Georgie could
No.
use the hand when he lost his boat.
Have you ever seen it? Minecraft?
I hope that wasn't a genuine laugh.
I do too.
There are so many people now. It's
I
so
really
nice.
hope it's not this fucking chaotic. Like,
Don't take it.
All right, risky. Hold on,
okay,
risky.
we need to calm
Because
down.
once
Don't
it
take
starts,
any
I'm actually
risky
gonna
moves.
silver mute everybody.
Yeah.
please,
So
dude,
can
I
we-
have such a fucking headache.
Probably,
right
yeah,
now.
just fucking server mute everyone, and then when it's their turn to speak, or if they put like fucking PTS in the chat, then like fucking.
No, it's only going to be when it's their turn to speak. They say everything they want to, and we move on. After everyone has gone through, we'll let people say anything that they forgot and everything like that, and we'll pretty much just chill as long as everyone wants to stay here and chill. And then,
I honestly want to
You
say
can sound
something to Risky real quick because he missed kind of what I said earlier. So,
I'm
Risky.
fucking squirting the orange juice up my nose at this point.
Shh, be quiet.
Risky.
Marvel, you're the reason I'm going to server mute everyone.
Risky. I know I've been throughout most of your time genuinely not the easiest person to deal with, and I can understand why. But I just need you to know that I'm sorry for everything, honestly, but you have been one of the main people who has helped me through a lot. Like, you may not know it, but your humor and the way you act, it's helped me a lot in this past year, because as I told other people earlier, it's been kind of rough, but you've really just helped me a lot, and I just want to thank you and apologize for just how I've been. But yeah.
Shit, dude. Like, I thought I was gonna be the one saying that to everybody. I didn't think I'd, hear it back. Fuck. I mean, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Shit
know I'm a
fucking
pain in the
happens.
ass, so.
Shit
Like-
fucking happens, man. Like, at the end of the day, like, fucking, as much as it'd be nice, like, to have it, like, under different circumstances, just look how fucking massive this shit is. Like, this is fucking insane.
This is what we wanted
This
it
is
to
honestly,
originally
like,
be.
really fucking tear-jerking, seeing, like, how many fucking people are here. Like, people I thought I'd never fucking see again. You know who you are. Like, this is fucking
Hi.
insane for me.
Amore,
Risky,
just in the
I'll give you a
background.
back rub and a hot cocoa.
That was geek, but all right.
Oh my god.
This is honestly what
I haven't seen him forever.
Masterworks should have been.
Yeah,
Dude,
without-
I'm like,
What
I'm
we
going
wanted
through
from
the
the beginning,
list.
to be honest.
I'm genuinely going through this list, and I'm almost about to break down, dude. This is like
And
old ass names.
for anyone that asks, whenever I started Ecos, it's the same premise that we started Masterworks with.
I'm old.
But since I've heard things that are in the work, I'm excited. And if I'm
I
get to
too
point- Ah!
am old.
Okay, so thank you for the heart attack, asshole.
He just got his leg.
Jesus.
This man just had his leg blown off with a sawed-off shotgun.
touch their butt?
Someone just who the fuck just screamed? You almost got big fucking heart stop.
Someone just had their butt touched. Let's just say that.
I'm so sorry.
Jesus, Vulture, what happened?
I wonder, is there a limit to the amount of people there could be in a Discord chat? Because we are going to read.
Not unless he sets one now.
Well,
Yeah.
what just happened was I opened a door in PUBG and just got blasted.
Yo, my nigga Shay has entered the server.
Wait,
Yo, you
Shay's
can't-
here?
You can't.
Hey, yeah, bro. Dude, everyone, dude, most
can't
like the
see
CEOs.
No, wait. Shay, hold on. Shay, speak.
Shay's. I don't think Shay's in the voice channel.
It's not in the fucking voice chat.
Wow. Okay.
Most of the CEOs from BLN are on here right now.
Idiot.
Yeah, Jedi CEO right here.
All right. Somebody get Shay in the chat. Somebody get Shay in the chat.
I like how Article only heard my fucking joke.
Dude, this is actually insane. Like,
freaking idiot.
Okay, I'm genuinely getting hella emotional right now.
Tweak.
Getting together.
Oh god, you drop. What the fuck?
It's already begun, dude. It's already.
Alright, so wait. Someone call my name. Who
That
the
would
fuck
be
called me?
Blood. Can I talk to
Jackass.
you real quick? Just go up a channel or something.
Okay, yeah, go up.
Okay,
Yeah, the
listen,
fact that
boys.
we even have
I will
people
now
from
lead this.
BLN here.
I love you all. My name's Tyrone.
Hello, Meadow, hello.
If you really love
Hello,
him,
Bester.
this dick.
Hello, Amore. Hello,
Who's this?
Squid Man.
There are going to be 51 people here so far.
I didn't just recite the entire.
Oh, yes, it is.
Did you just recite the Kaddish?
Fucking loud, dog.
Did you just recite the Kaddish? Geek, did you or did you not just recite the Kaddish?
Geek celebrates Hanukkah, but Geek isn't Jewish, so.
Drew remember said this is actually
You said
beautiful.
my name?
It's stuck in my head, I'm sorry.
You can tell.
All right,
Badge
everybody, I
remembers
say we have a
Frog said
moment of
Minecraft
silence so
update added
Geek can
turtles.
recite the Kaddish without
Risky
interruption.
said I'm honestly about to lose it. The fucking amount of people.
Yeah, you'll find it's
Locke
it's
remembers
the
Frog
you know
said
for
trying to
Hanukkah
see
when
if
people
I can
celebrate,
round
yeah,
up
they
some
say it
people.
before the girls put their
MEE6
fucking hands on
said
their
owning
head,
a
they
just left
recite it,
Eco's
and then
gaming
they
center.
hug and yell at
Well,
each
you
other.
know what
Sorry to see them go.
it's referred to as, right?
Owning a.
I'm not
Jewish.
Referred to as the stuff I say during Hanukkah.
It's the Jewish scripture of death, my guy.
Fuck yeah, boyo.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
dreidel. I made it out of
Oh my god. Okay. Louis pranks. I'm not gonna lie. Your name looks like a referral code.
That's right.
Alright, boys, I will now recite
code.
I genuinely think I can redeem you for 20% off of your G Fuel.
More importantly, though, real quick, why the hell does he also sound like he just called in from a radio talk show?
Wild.
God!
Idiot.
Louis, Jesus!
What's going on?
I thought this was gonna be like a fucking video.
He's on Discord.
I thought this was gonna be a fucking funeral, but
You just fucking.
Oh my god.
Geek.
Thank you for calling 95.7. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yes, I'd like to
No,
volunteer
not you.
Geek to recite the Kaddish.
979 the box. You're on the line.
TV, thank you for calling 95.7. Is there anything you'd like to say to your?
Stop it.
Stop, man. You can't be pulling that shit around here.
This show has never met this many people.
Guys, can we just
Kenji!
Please.
I think
Shut it.
I think it's gotten to the point where we're gonna need people to like start actually muting themselves like between sentences.
Holy
'Cause
shit.
whether you're laughing or what, it's getting fucking crazy.
This show has never meant to have this many people.
Does anyone have a Quran?
Oh my god.
Why? I have a Minecraft server, if that helps.
Hear it, they're being assholes.
I have a Google. Does that work?
Alright. Stop.
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 let's drop it, okay?
Hey yo, anybody ever read freaking what is that? Wolfman Greg? Or any good green tech stories?
Okay, well that just
I
got
don't-
fucking awkward.
I don't read. What you mean, dog?
What's a book?
It's a green text.
What's an Arctic?
And I'm back.
You mean manga?
Unfortunately.
Alright, boys,
Speaking for us, manga.
I'm about to lift your spirits and I'm about to recite the entirety of Anand's journey.
I'm saying no, don't do that, or I might pile drive you.
How about you shouldn't?
Can we start this or?
We still got 18 minutes.
We're waiting. Yeah, we're waiting for everybody too.
Alright, boys, we got Anand's journey right here.
Well, I was half awake.
Do not do another journey. I will murder you.
It's not depressing.
No, we don't need to hear it. We don't want to hear it.
Wait.
Why? It's good though.
No.
It's all gonna be.
All right. I need to make an announcement real quick, by the way. So just listen up real quick, guys.
Oh, everybody's quiet for tweet.
Yeah, brother.
Well, whether y'all listen or not, I'm gonna still say it, and y'all are probably gonna be pissed off when it happens if y'all don't listen. So, I am going to server mute everyone the moment it starts, and this is so that whenever it's someone's turn, we only have one person speaking and not someone accidentally speaking. Okay?
That was the truth. Copy that, Ghost Rider.
Because I want to hear everything that everyone has to say, and I don't want it to be obstructed by anyone going like, "Achoo!" or like just like all of a sudden they start fucking bombing like crazy.
Fucking cunt.
No,
So-
it's understandable.
Hold up. I have a question.
Okay, Radio Man, what's your question?
B.
He's transmitting from a
Okay, Soda Can speaking man,
Okay.
what's up?
Okay. Who died?
Oh my god.
Get him out of
I'm
here.
not-
Joined and I already won.
Don't tell me. I don't
I'm
want
not-
any spoilers.
I'm not joking.
Okay,
I'm not,
everyone, calm down. Calm the fuck down.
oh my god.
Let me explain this real quick. To any of you who don't know, which if you're in this Discord, I assume you do know.
I'm one of them. I
But
don't know
just
what
in case you don't,
It's
a dear friend died last night. That is why we're all gathered here, and that's why we're all in about 16 minutes going to say whatever we want to about the man and say our final goodbye.
Shall I
That
recite
is-
the Kaddish?
That is
No! God fucking damn it! Shut
I think
up,
you should
Keith.
It's a prayer.
Damn it!
It's the Jewish prayer
Always
of death.
God, I am so glad to see everyone here, though.
Just say it's your religion, and everyone will shut up.
I do really miss the conflicting conversations.
Yeah, I miss how fucked up.
Akbar.
Loud.
Okay.
The only person we're missing is Krieger.
Fuck Krieger.
What?
Should I literally have
I
Krieger on
love
speed
Krieger.
dial.
Don't you dare.
I can literally get Krieger in here in like a moment. Do you want me to get him?
I have.
Please, I need him.
If he wants to come, then you can invite him.
I have duck
He better have
socks.
some tissues.
I don't approve. He bullied me.
Wow, Weeper's
Hey,
been
can we
on
please bring,
BLN?
Anakin
Alright,
here,
I'm
please?
disappointed.
I have duck socks.
What do you mean? I didn't even know MW was up anymore.
Oh.
What's MW?
I don't know. Some shitty server.
Okay, calm down, fellas.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Hey, if you're gonna
Hey, to all who are my staff in this channel, whenever it does, like in about 15 minutes, I want you to server mute everyone except for, actually, yeah, everyone, including
Hold
me.
on, wait. I got a question.
Oh,
I got a
Tweak.
question for you.
In about 15 minutes, though.
Tweak,
Now what?
Tweak, go to the meme landfill real quick.
I'm scared.
No,
I'm not stepping in there as long as there's this many people online. Fuck that.
Just like no,
Oh.
legit. Everyone's posting in the general chat.
Alright,
Oh
so
my
like,
God.
I'm gonna have to leave in an hour, so is there like a way I
Shay
could be like...
Remembers said that
the
picture
first
is the
few
revenge
views?
story.
Banned for life.
Drew Remembers said
You're gonna-
LMAO.
I mean, if you have to go now, like if you have to go very soon, I'd recommend trying to get your name up the top of the list.
I have an
Because,
hour, but that's about it. So how do I get my name to the top?
just
What
add
about your
something.
exclamation marks?
Add like a mark or something.
Hey, Ahsoka, go look in the meme landfill.
They're done.
Their dewdrop.
I like how I actually really like how like everyone, well not everyone, but like a lot of people still refer to do as fucking Ahsoka. That's like nice.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, I still refer to him as Ian. That's what I knew.
Fucking Bravo. Fucking nerd.
Oh my god!
Rip said R.I.P. me.
Hey guys, look.
That picture is the Revan story arc. Jesus, Shay.
Who's that?
It's Zuthar.
Wait, what?
I think I have a picture of either Risky or Dewdrop. I forget which one this is, but I have like your face.
Why is there a picture of Zuthar in the chat?
Yeah, what?
You don't
I have
ask
someone.
questions?
I have a picture of someone who looks very similar to Zuthar, but I don't think they'll consent.
Oh, I already know.
Who is it?
It's blood.
Yep, it is.
Shut up.
I have a
Wait.
picture. I have a picture of blood, and the name of it's fucking Zuthar.
Back in the
Weeper,
sanctuary
why?
days, boys.
Lewis Prince
Weeper,
said,
why?
God.
Okay.
Raider, what the fuck?
Let me explain the background of that picture.
Why is Alex
Emmy
constantly
said
posting
congrats.
Miranda content?
Hey!
Dewdrop / orange face. You just leveled up to level 1. Well done.
No. Let me explain Raider's picture of the main Resh. So Resh sent me that one day, and I was the first one, like one of the first few people to see it. And he's like, "Should I make some erotic? Should I make some ERP bullshit about this?"
Genji remembers
And he did, man.
Dude,
Mike remembers
hell.
You gotta turn me down to like 10%, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
It's part of why we love China. It's loud as hell.
No, it's very clear when there's 50 people that are lower than you. Like,
Oh.
Oh my god.
there's
Tyrone remembers Frogs
lower than fucking people, and they get
_Finn_Alex_CZ
and they get louder.
Google.com. Dewdrop / orange face. Genji remembers Frogs said.
Irisman, how many
Raider said.
pokes? Oh, geek, why?
I drew that myself.
Hey guys, you want to see a picture?
I did.
You guys want to see a picture of Geek? I have,
Your
like,
ad here? Oh boy, no, geek!
Stop, geek, stop, geek.
Wait, they're not here. I deleted them.
Geek. Stop.
Hey, here you go, Dewdrop. This is a classic. This is a classic, bro.
There you go. Geek, you're getting
Dude, there is so much.
I can't.
No.
Geek, get rid of it. Geek.
Oh my god,
Geek,
yes, please
get
always
rid of
follow his
it.
orders. Yes.
My god, dude.
Get rid of it.
It's literally like going into like a time machine and making it like memes. Like,
Bulgarian, I
I'm
remember
muted
that.
to listen to the guy.
on our server.
I'm not gonna lie,
I wanna
it's
be
really
trained
fucking like weird, just like
I'm
going
not
through
gonna
people's
right
fucking
now, Geek, and I think
memes.
there's a
Why?
reason.
Super Mario Odyssey Let's Play Part 17.
Once told me the world is gonna.
Oh wait, that's
Hold
that's
on.
the wrong
It's the sharpest tool in the
Like,
shed.
I actually.
It's not like I wanted Obi-Wan to chase me.
You
I
make my
actually-
blowhole moist.
Dude, come on.
I actually went on Pornhub to get that fucking picture. That
Die
shouldn't happen.
commies, Gary.
Oh my god. that
Server crashes, kill. Stop smoking today.
No, the Daikami's Gary. That was the picture. That was a MS Paint that I.
You want some fun?
No, Anakin.
Who's on the phone right now?
Oh no, erotic
Clone Wars fanfiction. Bros over hose. The face when no GF nerd.
He fucking got all of us.
Oh no, here come the screenshots, dude. Here come the fucking...
I have the Force. I have the Great Screamer. There was a mistake in my.
Bad
Do I
remembers
post
Frogs
it?
said, no,
Risky?
please.
Do it? Should I post it?
Wait, no, hang on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shay
Wait.
Remember said
Oh,
hashtag not
Ben
my order, hashtag
Swallow
not my
got
order,
us all,
hashtag
boys.
not my order,
Oh, God, Tyler,
I don't have any pictures from
Once
these.
you get off the
my
third
order.
floor, you'll be peaking.
Tyrone remembers
Damn
Frog
it,
said.
dude.
Oh yeah, I remember I told him like that too. I
That's
just
so
like
fucking great.
M86 said congrats.
Whoa,
Lewis Brooks, you just leveled up
Hey,
to
Rob,
level
Read
that
me.
broke
I remember
motherfucker.
Fox.
R2D2
Read.
remembers said.
Oh.
Reed was
Frog face blood WYRM Frog face said.
Fucking normies.
Dewdrop slash orange
okay.
face said.
Hey,
Dude,
chill.
dude,
That was
dude,
actually
really
Why do we have like anime Shaggy?
Tyrone remembers Frog said Frog face blood WYRM
We
Frog
got
face
anime
classic.
Shaggy from Scooby Doo too.
Oh my God, he
Dewdrop
pulled up that
slash
picture.
orange
man,
face
He
said
it's
control
Frog
his
face
out
blood
boys beagle good.
Why is it
Frog
so
face.
hard to get laid
Genji
around here?
remembers Frog said.
Shay, that picture's so old.
No
Popo said.
hesitation, man.
Shay.
All right. To all
Weeper
my
said.
staff in here,
Oh
can
my
you hear me?
M86 said congrats.
I don't think so.
Reaper, you
Okay.
just leveled up to level 1, well done.
Give me a sniper rifle so I can hit you in just a blue.
Guys, shut up.
Amore said.
Okay, thank you.
Risky said.
Okay, to all staff in this channel,
Tyrone
in about
remembers
8
Frog
minutes, you
said.
know your job, correct? You server
ZXZ
mute
underscore
every
Finn Alex
person in this
underscore
channel.
ZXZ
Got it.
said.
I'm a super mod.
Just a
M86
blue
said
channel.
congrats.
want us to get the
Alex,
ZXZ
Alex,
underscore
why do
Finn
you
Alex
only have
underscore
Miranda?
I'd like
ZXZ.
to get the others
You
back
just
in here,
leveled up
but
to
if they
level
don't
2,
want to
well
Alex,
done.
why do you have so many Miranda
Nemesis
Costco?
remembers
ask
said.
me.
Tweak, I'm really
Can't
upset you
read
haven't
said.
responded to my application in the applications
Aristop
channel.
remembers
Like,
Okay, bite my ass.
Dewdrop
I
slash
have a
orange
lot of
face
World
said.
War II.
What the fuck?
Raider said.
Okay, but seriously
Always
though,
remember Froggo Man said SteamCommunity.com.
Oh my god, these
Dewdrop
old
slash
ass
orange
pictures.
face said.
remember,
I have the edited
in
version
7
of that
minutes,
picture.
mute everyone.
Okay.
All right.
Here's a
Okay.
good one.
Alex only has Miranda.
Wait, can I
Just
even-
like the simu. Oh my god, what is that? What is that?
I can't click off the main chat for 10 seconds. There's another fucking 20 memes posted in there every second.
I know.
OWNG, the cyborg
Stop!
Samuel.
I know it's great.
Hey, guys, post your meme in general.
No.
No.
Not the imaginary women user.
Hey, don't tell me how to run my life.
These are like the oldest
Okay.
pictures.
There you go.
Current objective, survive.
Survive.
When you accidentally hack on a Christian Minecraft server and the mods start looking at you,
Blood were the mighty.
the knowing of the you do not know the way.
current objective.
What?
whoa.
No!
Okay.
Genji!
Okay.
Genji!
Genji, that's heresy.
Oh my god!
Genji, no.
Genji, more like heresy.
Can you just not mic spam? There's no
ZXZ
reason to mic
underscore
spam.
Finn
there.
Alex
There's no-
underscore ZXZ
There's
said.
no, there really isn't. There's
Raider
none.
said.
Oh, I got you. Boys. Here you go.
Speak like a normal human, please.
Blizzard
Okay,
remembers said
should I
Genji
post
remembers
the,
Frogs.
That picture that I
M86
sent
said
in
congrats.
temporarily?
Yes.
Blizzard remembers.
No!
You just leveled up to level
What
2,
is
well
that?
done.
Why?
Aristop
The nut.
remembers said.
It's a
Bag
tribute!
remembers Frogs said.
Clues
Tyrone
always follow
orders.
R2D2 remembers.
Yeah, I'm
Genji
retiring
remembers
from the
Frog
meme.
said.
What I said.
Raider said.
Genji, no!
ZXZ underscore Finn
Well, I mean,
Alex
Here you go,
underscore
boys.
Anal sex is
It's for
okay.
shit.
No, it's
Some of my
like
people use mute
Going
channels.
by so
it got
fast.
buried instantly.
I'm not leaving it up there, fuck that. They don't see it, they don't get it.
Ah, damn.
meme in edgewise, jeez.
Is that from the Duck Dynasty game?
Hey, should we tell the people in concert hall that we're starting soon?
God.
Yeah,
Genji, what the
I would
hell?
love
How
for
do
you
you
to. If they don't want to come, though, that is their prerogative. Is that the right word? I don't think it is.
You should make an
It's going
announcement.
by so fast. It's going by so fast.
Hey, can someone give me the rundown of why we're here? All I
That's
know
the wrong
is that
image.
someone died.
Oh my god.
Who's talking?
Look at the
We
cutscene.
broke the system.
That's a good place to put your
Dude, I swear.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh yeah, fucking Ian, I got a
Season pass, all DLC.
Batteries not included.
Hey, Soldier Lord, my favorite superhero.
Ultra Lord. Oh, there goes the Mercy meme out
The
there.
fitness Grand Pacer test is multi-stage aerobic.
Like, why?
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
What name?
Gay?
Oh, no, Ultra Lord.
No, get rid of she.
What? You guys don't watch Planet Sheen?
Did someone say Planet Sheen?
That fucking voice quality makes it
Future Off
perfect.
Attack, the Revenge of Tweet.
I can't wait till everybody gets muted.
Tangerine Team. What?
You see, the two tops on BLN, they write
Oh.
their own fan fictions.
They have their own Discord too.
Is that
Tweet was like a loyal followers.
Dude, everyone's gonna be at like level 50 by the time we're done with this.
I
I got
seriously
a
told him I was
question.
fucking kidding about making that.
I'm running out of memes.
Hey, I got a question. Was that the Indian tech support I just heard?
Oh my god.
Oh heavens, would you look at the time?
Hello, tech support. You're welcome for
Pluto
the
Nash and
public.
PD.
Hello there.
No, what the fuck, man?
Can I ask who
Dude,
leads?
I like how I. Oh!
Who leads 41st?
It's
hard.
We can discuss the game server stuff after. Like,
No, because there's a head sitting on this wall, and it's
Because-
kind of kinky.
Why
Oh.
are people posting things from Doki Doki at this time? I mean,
That's a little.
Good
that's
fans
a
always follow orders.
I just
Thanks
want
and
to
You
want
bet.
to publicly
Pineapple.
address the people who have muted their mics during this. I genuinely salute you because you can shut your mouth for more than like a minute.
It's on push to talk people on.
Eat your ass.
Mike's not muted.
My mic mutes automatically when I put the mic up, so y'all eat.
Shay, your Discord has been PK'd.
oh wow, people are actually muting. Actually, that would be a better idea if everyone could mute themselves whenever it turns, like in about 2 minutes. Actually, that would solve.
And everyone who doesn't get muted will get muted.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have to go. I have a staff meeting, so I'll see you guys.
I love you. We'll
See you
miss you.
around.
You will be here in our hearts, Amore.
May God be with you.
Through thick and thin.
Okay.
What type of kiss was
Yeah.
that?
Hello, yes, it's been fun. The week has to go goodbye.
No, Weeper, why?
Oh my god, I just found this picture. I am so
Thought I
sorry.
have shit to do.
Oh, never forget Mercy.
Remember,
Dude.
I will only state this once more. If you are not muted by the time 8 o'clock hits, which is in 1 minute, you will be muted until it's your turn.
It's 2 minutes,
I
faggot.
have push to talk. Please don't mute me.
Mute your mic, anyways.
Yeah, like mute your mic just so that we can tell that you muted.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's a pain in the ass, but we'll just make you unmute when it's your turn, and then you get to talk all you want until your turn is over. Yeah.
Before I go, I want to say something to you.
Huh.
What are the?
Make my blowhole rock hard and moist.
Ugh. You know, the worst things to say at the worst times.
Yes, I do.
You make my engine curl.
Good for you.
God.
Tweak, you make me hard.
You're the
Shut
curl
the
in my
fuck
French
up.
fry.
I mean, Commander
War
AIDS.
veteran.
Commander
Tweak, I'll
AIDS?
have you
Does
know
anybody
you
remember
you
Commander
get me
AIDS?
wrecked. So yeah.
I forgot. I was like the fucking pincushion on BLN that everyone messed with.
Bravo, no,
You'll never be like,
Dude, we should see if we
Okay.
can find Crate and get
It
Picard.
has become 8 o'clock. You have about 5 seconds to mute your mic before we mute it for you, my friends. Okay, let's see who all doesn't have a muted mic. Everyone has one. Okay. Now, for all of you that are here, you've recently heard the news. Our dear friend is no longer with us. We're saddened to see someone who's brought so much to everyone leave like this. So, I decided we should get, not just me, but me and a few people decided we should get everyone together and say our goodbyes as his friends. Not as Ecos, not as MW, not as BLN, not as Eagle Gaming, not as anything else. We'll go by one, allowing people to say whatever they want to say about frogs and whatever they remembered about frogs, and then they get to say their goodbye. At the end of it, I will be saying the messages that have been sent to me that I'm supposed to relay. Also, you
Risky
can
said too extreme.
text and chat just if you want to. So just so we're clear on that. Now we're going to be starting now. Vulture, is there anything you would like to say?
Yeah, I have a long-winded kind of tying into the situation.
Then
So,
start whenever you want.
Now, I personally didn't know frogs, but like I've said to many people before, this past year has been rough, but I'd like to elaborate on that, and in light of frogs, how you all have just kind of helped me and why it's honestly, I don't think it should have taken this for us to just start doing exactly being a community again. But when I first joined BLN, I was having a really tough time. I was going through a breakdown of friendships. I had grades stressing me out. And quite frankly, it's just minuscule things, but they were just starting to get to me. And then I found CG, and then probably two people I'd consider two of my closest friends now, who are Ian and Risky. And throughout my entire time on BLN, things just fell away whenever I'm getting emotional. Whenever I was with you guys, and so you've all done a lot for me, but it came around when we started Masterworks that my grandfather was ending up in the hospital on multiple accounts in continuous weeks. He's still here, but I would just get super worried, and grades weren't doing any better, neither were friends. Things just seemed like a mess. And with all of you here, it makes me just remember that why I joined the Sanctuary Discord in the first place, and why I just got on here so much. I was able to just find a community where things would let life fall away, and when I was just in that moment, just in a bad place for about a good week, I considered some things. But you guys, again, you guys helped me through it all. Risky, no matter how much I may have had qualms with you, you were one of my greatest helps. You were a good friend when it was needed. You didn't mind my annoying ways, and you were just a genuine human being. And same goes to you, Ian. You were actually one of the people who got me moving through CG. And it's just, you two are probably some of the biggest helps I've had around. And then soon around that, I started meeting more people. I know Bearcat, if you're in here, which you are, you're another person. A lot of you have helped me, but honestly, I'd like to give proper thanks to Blood, Bearcat, Tweak, Ian, and Risky, because you guys were basically driving factors, and you have helped me stay here and get to where I am right now in the darkest of moments. And it's sad that this happened to Frogs. I, again, didn't know him, but I feel like he wouldn't want us to think back on the bad and instead remember the good. So that's why I'm just trying not to think about how bad things were and rather the people that just helped me through it. So, thank you guys.
All right. Now, as for the next person in the line, Tiger, if you'd like to say whatever you would like about Frogs as well as your final goodbye to him, it is your turn.
Okay. I know I probably haven't known him as long as most of you guys, but in the time I've known him, I felt like we became good friends.
Shay remembers said IKR. Vulture remembers said
I only started really getting to know him when we started Ecos up, because I was developer. We brought him on as
Locke remembers
another
Frog
developer.
said God as soon as Tiger gets up here.
And
Pete can't read said you wanna know what's even
honestly,
worse, I only knew Frog
miss
in
him.
battle. Wolfie said my remembers Frogs
Already,
can you please do
it's
this?
been that long. God, still can't believe he's gone. We had so much fun deving, whether it was him messing up and us laughing and fixing it, or someone else messing up, like Tweak, and us fixing and laughing about it. It was fun. Lots of fun. I kind of still miss him. Sorry. I honestly grew to love him like a brother, even though we weren't that close, but still. Wish it could have helped, but I'm shaking. I'm sorry. I got in this. No, I hope you make sure that Heaven's under legion control for us, so that when we all catch up to him, he'll have it all set, and maybe have the jobs ready for us. Thanks for all the good laughs, and rest in paradise. Bye.
That's very moving. On to our next friend, Bloodworm.
Oh, hi. Yeah, Frogs. Like, I just found out not too long ago, Nemesis was an awesome dude and messaged me, and I appreciate it definitely. I knew Frogs quite well actually. We started playing on BLN. I remember every morning I would host a Ninja Turtles cartoon morning, and people would get irritated with us for taking over the the cantina and whatnot. So we kind of moved it over to the Navy section or whatever. But that's neither here nor there. Many a morning, that was what I looked forward to, waking up. If most of you don't know, I suffer from a debilitating mental disorder. I'm a schizophrenic, and it's good to have the support of other people around me to actually stay focused on what I needed to do. And Frogs was a very, very big factor in my life at that time. He helped me get through a lot of tough mornings. There'd be a morning I didn't want to wake up, and the only reason I'd get up is to sit down and watch cartoons and stuff with him. We sat down many a time and talked. I counseled him, he counseled me. It was kind of a symbiotic relationship. I know I dropped off the face of the earth pretty much as far as the community, doing my own thing. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. It happened the way it happened. He was an amazing dude. Just, it just hit me. Like it's really sad, but at the same time, he's off somewhere better. He's off where, it happens for a reason kind of thing. I'm a firm believer in that. And, I just hope he finds peace wherever he may have, went. Love the guy to death. He's basically like a little brother. And, I just, it's really nice to see everybody here coming together for him. I just, it means a lot to me, guys. I really appreciate it. And just to extend a hand out there, if anybody has anything going on, anything they need to talk about, do not be afraid to ask. I'm always here for y'all, all you guys. I've been through pretty much everything that a person can go through. Not everything, but pretty much everything, and I'm here for y'all. So if you guys ever want to talk, let's, honor frogs by helping other people. Put yourself out there, because you need to put yourself out there, because it's just, we don't need to have this again. We don't need to have this again. So I'm here for y'all, and I appreciate you letting me talk, and I appreciate for you all being here. I love you, frogs. I'll see you, when it's my time. Love you, buddy. Thank you.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. On to the next person. Reskov. If there's anything you want to say in your final goodbye.
Yes, there is something I wanted to say. I spent a lot of time drafting this essay I wrote concerning the events that have happened recently, and I am very proud to read it in front of you all. So here we go. Hello, my name is Reskov. Some of you may know who I am. Others in this Discord chat may not. I came here today for the same reason as all of you, to say one final goodbye. On March 1st, 2018, Frogs, the former co-owner of MW and member of Ecos Gaming, has passed away. When I first read the news that he had passed away, I felt as if my heart skipped a few beats. To think that this happened to someone you once talked to, conversed with, played with, and laughed with is just heartbreaking. Tonight, I pray for Frogs' loved ones and those who knew him well. Drama and major disagreements of how a community should be run have torn us apart. But our two communities still have one common trait, the fact that we all love Star Wars. It grew up with us. It inspired us to be who we really are as people. I'm glad that both of our communities can come together to celebrate the life of a person who made a bunch of us laugh. I wish I could have learned more about him during my time as Jedi Knight. I wish that there was something we could have done to show him that we cared about him. This hits me on a personal level because I once thought of suicide. I was in a very dark place during that time, but thanks to the friendships I've made over a course of a year, I learned to overcome it. Frogs, you were a great guy. We may have had disagreements in the past, but it was because we both cared about the success of the server. Your legacy will always be alive on MW. As a follower of Christianity, I would like to quote a few verses from the Bible as a conclusion. For I am sure that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor rulers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor height, nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God in Christ Jesus our Lord. For God is loved the world, that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have an eternal life. And I heard a voice from heaven saying, write this, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. Blessed indeed, says the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, for their deeds follow them. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Henceforth, there is laid up for me the only crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have loved his appearing. Frogs, it was an honor to know who you were. I loved you, man. May the force be with you, always. That's all I have to say.
All right, that was very nice. All right, moving on to Marmal. If you would like to say anything about frogs and say your final goodbye, now is your chance. Okay, so I'm gonna assume he's not there. Yep, he's not there. Okay, moving on to Badge. Okay, Badge said to skip him. Beagle.
Just want to make this short. I still cannot believe that this horrible thing has happened, and it's really a shame what happened to him. Frogs was a truly amazing person, and I had a lot of respect, and I loved that guy. He was always there for me. Every time I wanted to talk to him, he was available. He always had me back, and always he was so lively and cheerful, and just a all around nice guy. Can't believe that this happened, and I'm sorry. It's just a horrible thing that's happened, and that's everything. I'm sorry.
Alright. Now, Bearcat, is there anything you would like to say as well as your final goodbye?
I'm gonna start with an apology to Frogs, and since I know I'm technically a man of God, I know he'll hear me. Frogs, I want to say I'm sorry. I know the last time we talked, it didn't end well, and I was petty, you were petty, we were both petty, but I really wish I would have at least come talk to you before. If I knew all this happened, I probably would have, but I really wish I would have mended that bridge, and I'll make sure the big man upstairs knows that you get free entry. I'll make sure he knows that, and just to rephrase what everybody else is saying and is going to say, when it comes to depression, like you're most likely going to create a facade where you're going to look happy. You're going to not let people know what's going on with you because that's just a lot of how it is. That's how I was most of 2016 and 2017. Just putting on a happy face and not letting people see what's inside. But I just really stress talk to someone because it will help out a lot. And I really want to also stress that suicide isn't a selfish act. It's just a final cry for help. And if we can all do something to prevent it, go for it. It's the best thing to do. And if you need to talk to anybody, all of us are here. And if you don't want to talk to anybody here, talk to someone in your family, talk to one of your friends, find a therapist, anything that'll just help you get through it. And yeah, that's about it. And I'm Mr. Frogs.
Alright. That's very good, Bearcat. But now, Bester, would you like to say anything as well as your final goodbye? Alright. Passing on Bester. Blizzard, would you like to say anything as well as
Bester
a final
remembers
goodbye?
said never will be either.
Yeah, I should probably say a few words. I didn't know frogs pretty well. As you fellas might have noticed, I've kind of separated myself from the community. Though this does bring some old feelings back. Frogs was a good friend of mine at the time when I was still very active here. We talked a lot about server issues and stuff and how to resolve them, and we thought alike a lot of the time. And losing him is very hard. He was a really funny, cheery guy, charismatic, and it really haunts me that something like that could do something like this. That's all I have to say.
Alright. Bravo. If there's anything you would like to say as well as a final goodbye, now is your turn.
With Frogs, it was kind of 50-50. I didn't know him all that much. Like, at the same time, we were still good friends. With the whole drama that, and I'm very sorry of like what happened and how it ended up. I don't have all that much to say by now. Rest in peace, my dude.
All right. Cole, would you like to say anything to or about frogs, or say your final goodbye?
He's typed it, so if someone wants to read it for him.
I am not a good reader. Could you read it, Mike?
I'll read it.
Oh, we got a reader.
Just send it to me.
It's just in the
general.
general. I'll read Drew's if you want to read Cole's.
It's in general? Okay, give me a second. Cole says, "This hits me hard because I have thought about suicide several times before. I have to type right now because I am too emotional to talk. I just want to thank everyone for coming together for him and opening up." And that's it.
All right. Now, Crazy. Is there anything you would like to say as well as a final goodbye?
Yeah, guys. I'm still relatively new to all you guys. I joined like most people know me. I joined like a long ass time ago, and I was on for like a hot minute before my friend's server started up, and I was going over there to help out. And but while I didn't know frogs as well as you guys, just looking at the amount of people in this chat right now who are here to honor him tells me what kind of a man he was. You all may have gone separate ways. You may have, had your disagreements and
Lucky
split
Clover,
off from the main
Talon,
community.
said
But
yes,
the
sorry
fact that all
guys.
of you were back here together in one room, just to honor this man, it's a true. It truly shows what kind of person he was and how much all of you really cared for him. And I am sad that I didn't get to know him as well. But and anybody that knows me knows I'm I'm a little overboard when it comes to RP, but I'm a huge fan of the Mandalorian culture, and I feel like this phrase, it's something. Knowing he was in the military, it's kind of fitting. I'll say it, and I'll give you the translation afterwards, but it's Nu Kiradish Shitab Echajla, which translates to not gone, merely marching far away. And I think for a man of the army, that there's that's pretty hits the nail on the head. He's as long as you guys remember him and keep him in your hearts, he's not gone. So that's it.
Bearcat Recurda said frogs just redeployed to the great beyond.
Very good. Dewdrop, if there's anything you'd like to say as well as a final goodbye, now is your chance.
Locke remembers frogs said.
Oh, sure. So, actually, when I was informed earlier today, I couldn't, I was just like, oh, shit. Well, I wasn't expecting that to happen in my day. And I started, kind of sat back in my chair and started thinking about all you folk again. And, of course, how frogs impacted everything. And I remember distinctly, I'd say about 3/4 away.
Foxy will never forget said hopefully he will get admin
and
before we join him.
Helping run everything was getting really rough. Everyone was constantly having a little bickering or issues trying to figure things out. Lots of miscommunication. I remember when Frogs came around, and he was a huge help. And honestly, I'm just never going to forget that. That will always be stress that I never had to deal with because of him. Man, props, man. Never going to forget you. That's it.
That's very nice. Dispose. If you'd like to say anything as well as a final goodbye, now is your chance.
Sorry if I stutter or anything, but I'd like to just start off by saying I'm sorry to anyone that I have any bad blood with, because whenever I would get heated or have thoughts of leaving, Frogs was always there for me, and I'm sad I wasn't there for him. So if you could forgive any of my past actions to any of you, please just do it for me and Frogs. I know the first year of this community has been rough, it's hard to imagine it's only been a year too. But I could say with certainty that we wouldn't have made it this far without him, and sad to see him go.
All right. Drew, if you'd like to say anything as well as your final goodbye, now's the chance.
I
Can we
will
have?
be reading for Drew.
All right.
Drew, I really never knew Frogs. From what you guys have said, he sounds like a nice guy. He sounds like one that you could spend the day with. Even in the wake of this horrible event, we are all together. Many from BLN, Ecos, and Masterwork are here in remembrance. It hits me that he was close to almost all of you, and that affect you in all affect I can't read. Affected you all in a unique way. When an at everyone popped up in Vinny's chat, I messaged that message I didn't even know died made my heart skip several beats. I stopped everything what I was doing in my class to listen to what you had all had to say about this wonderful guy. I hope that his redevelopment to the heavens goes well. Or redeployment to the heavens goes well. I can't read. I'm sorry. I'm slightly dyslexic.
All right. Now, with the next person, Randall. I have his
Drew remember
right
said
here,
I
unless
really
you would
never
like to
knew
say it,
frogs.
Randall.
From what you guys have said, he sounded like a nice guy.
Okay, gonna guess that's a no.
He sounded like one that you could spend
Alright,
the day
where is
with.
it?
Even in the wake of this horror.
Alright. What Durandal says is, Frogs was a dear friend, and despite the fact I haven't been around as long as most others, I spent a lot of time with Frogs. Throughout the majority of my time that I've been around since I first appeared. Frogs, out of all people I've met during my tenure in this community, has been considered one of the best in my eyes, and will be missed dearly. I hope that what we've all done today as a community can continue, and hopefully as more than a community, but as friends. Frog's memory, in a manner of speaking, has been immortalized, and a part of him will always be with me. I hope the same can be said for everyone else here. May he rest in peace. It's very nice, Durandal. I lost my place. No, I haven't. Eaka Pelican. If you would like to say anything, now's your turn.
All right. Well, to start things off, I mean, I'm sorry if I get into some kind of mindless babble or talk like an idiot because I mean, really, I just want to say what's on my mind. I know this is dumb. I put an E in front of my name because I was too nervous to say anything because I didn't want to fuck up. But I mean, thinking about it, I'm way overthinking it. I mean, frogs. Frogs was a great guy, and I mean, I never truly knew him well, but I mean, I never really knew him well, but he was a great guy, and I mean, even I think I'd like to be able to say he was a good friend. Uh, as many of you know, I well, or some of you, I met most of you folk on BLN. And when I met Frogs for the first time, dear God, was I incredibly nervous. I was a little child playing on a Star Wars roleplay server, and everyone had little fancy ranks and stuff, and I was acting like an idiot. He calmed me down pretty fast, and I mean, I was glad. You know, I felt like I made a friend. That was surprising, but afterwards, I knew that Frogs would have my back. And so over time, he just became this huge support to me, and he actually helped me so much in getting my position as recruiter under Bravo. I mean, if this goes into like babble about myself, I'm sorry, but I mean, he had my back, and while I very regretful that I split off from him when the whole W server split happened. I'd like to say, and I know that all of you will agree, that may he rest in peace. And I'm gonna miss him.
All right, that's very nice. Etel remembers. If oh, go ahead.
Okay, so I just want to start this off by building upon what most of you guys have said. Frogs was such a great guy. He was respectful and everything. When people would be mean to me for whatever reason, he would always be nice. He would be helping me. He would do things like that because that was the kind of guy he is. And jeez, it's terrible that this happened. It's terrible that he had to see a permanent solution for something temporary, which is it's sad that that's something that's becoming a daily thing, which is it's terrible how the world has changed so much and how this needs to be a thing now and is a thing now. But so goodbye, frogs. We'll miss you. I'll miss you. Yep.
All right, it's very nice. 40s, if you have anything you would like to say about frogs and your final goodbye, now is your chance.
Red Hood said.
40s, are you there? Okay, so I believe 40s is at work, so we're moving on.
I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind, never
Pete
mind.
doesn't have emotions, said O.
So I might not have
Risky
knew
said.
Frogs well, but
Disboss remembers said you
from
don't have
what
to
I
say.
know and the community that he helped make, he was he's a pretty fun guy to play with, talk to. I fuck.
You good, 40s? All right.
Perhaps we should come back
Yeah.
to 40s.
40s, I'll let you speak after everyone else, so yeah, I didn't know what that was, so. All right. Foxy, if you would like to say anything about frogs as well as your final goodbye, this is your chance.
Hello, I'm Foxy. I think there's about a good third of you who actually know who I am. I started off by joining Masterwork after hearing about it from a friend of mine when I was managing for Havoc Gaming. And I think the first experience I had was I joined Longshot's fleet, and then I got captured by by a bunch of droids. So I think that was my first experience of like a true event, and Frogs was really good at those fucking things, I tell you. Like, holy shite, he had a good storyline, story arc, and everything. That's where I basically met him, and then I just left for like a good 3 months, and then disappeared. I had a bunch of different servers I was managing before at that time. So after a while, I started joining Halo RP and then Star Wars RP eventually, and Frogs was just fucking a dick to me for so long. But then I realized, I guess that was his way of showing love in that roleplay sense. I don't know. Anyway, I'll wrap this up. Don't want to take too long. I love that guy. He's a fucking cool ass man, and he always used to give me helpful advice for events all the time. And I guess goodbye, friend.
That was very nice. Frex, if you would like to say anything about frogs as well as your goodbye, now is your chance.
Apparently, he'd like me to read something. He's gonna have to tell me where it is, though.
Oh, okay.
Greg, you have to tell me where it is. Telling me it's in a chat doesn't help.
I think it's in the Two Frogs chat.
Okay. There it is. Yeah. Okay, Frags. Two frogs. I know little about him, but when someone dies that I play with, I would take my time to pay my heart to be here today and say my final goodbye to a good pal, Frogs. R.I.P. I'll miss you. P.S. I get too emotional to these types of things, so I can't talk for myself.
Alright. Geek, if there's anything you would like to say about frogs or your final goodbye, now's your chance. Okay, I guess I'll read. Geeks. Frogs. I didn't know the guy too well. This isn't a day to mourn a loss, however. It's to remember how good he was. I know how everyone here is in desolation or God damn it, despondency. But that's not what this day is about. This is a day to remember. Be exultant. Be beatific. Thinking of suicide or partaking in the act seen as wrong when in actuality it shows us a form of mentality that only a true friend or family can see. This is a day of sorrow. May Frogs rest in peace. May his memory stay in our hearts and minds for what he was known for, not what he is now. Rest in peace, my friend. Also, apologies if I butchered that. I am very bad at reading. Alright. Genji, if there's anything you would like to say about frogs and your final goodbye, now's your chance.
Beagle Iranertsich said heavy black heart. Shay remembers said heavy black heart. Drew remembers said oh cool. Tyrone remembers Frog said I love you too Mustank. Mai remembers
It's in
Frog
chat,
said love.
in general.
Alright.
Tyrone remembers Frog said heavy black heart.
From Genji.
Genji
I didn't
remembers
know
Frog
Frogs
said
that
I did.
well, but in my short amount of time knowing him, he seemed like a great guy and will be missed by those who love him all around. Rest in peace, Frogs. It's very nice. H. Alex, if there's anything you would like to say.
Yeah,
Geek doesn't have emotions said Mustard.
I don't know how many of you guys know me. I'm Snipe Knight or Alex Marino. Past couple weeks I've not been on because of me focusing on my college sport, and before that, man, Frogs was a fucking great guy, and a lot of you know I'm like heavy into drugs, so like not hardcore drugs, but I do drugs a fucking lot, and I don't remember as much as I want to, and the death of our closest friend that's brought all of us together has just kind of scared me that from what everything that I've done and all the drugs that I fucking take, that I can't remember all the shit I want to about such a great guy. And it's a shame that someone like him has been taken from us way too soon. and Frogs will be missed. And I know my life's already changed because of him. And that's it.
It's very nice. HD Alpha. If there's anything you would like to say? Oh,
Yep, sorry. And excuse the music in the background. That's not me, that's actually my father. But I would like to say I'm glad everyone came here today to honor Frogs. I've actually known Frogs for, I think, about 2 to 3 years because I've known him since we started playing a few different games together. Frogs was honestly one of the nicest people, and I did not expect this would ever happen to him. Whatever he believes in for religion, I don't care what it is, but I hope he goes to whatever part of the afterlife he so wishes to desire. But for me, in heaven, everyone has a special place in heaven for each one. And I know his will be very nice. Thank you, everyone who came, though.
alright. I'm gonna do something a little weird because I just noticed someone popped in. Griff, if you would like to say anything, as well as your final goodbye to Frogs.
Yeah, I got something I gotta say. I didn't know Frogs too well, but the couple times I met him, he was a real good guy. Always really helpful and made sure I had lots of fun. I'm gonna miss him, and I kind of regret not being able to talk to him more like I could have or learn more about him. Yeah, that's about it. Real simple.
Alright.
You
Hello. If
might
there's
want to go
anything.
back to Galatine. He just popped in if he has anything to say.
Where the hell is. Oh, Garland. If you'd like to say anything about Frogs or your final goodbye, now's your chance.
I'm fine with my goodbye. I don't really want to speak. Not good at them.
I assume that was something you didn't want to make a speech because not good at them, maybe?
He just said I don't want to. I just want to tell him my goodbyes and that he's kind of getting broken up by sadness.
Okay, sorry, I am very deaf. Uh. Alright.
Goodbye, Frogs. Bye. Alright.
Is that all?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Tweak. If more people pop in, just continue the list, and then we'll get the last people that joined in
Yeah.
after.
I'll just ask afterwards who all didn't get to go, and then after them I'll read the messages that was sent. H Lock. If you would like to say anything about Frogs as well as your final goodbye.
You skipped someone, but
Yeah,
okay.
you skipped hello.
Oh, my bad. I completely. Hello. If you would like to say anything about Frogs, this was your final goodbye.
He has one to be read. I will read it if that's okay with you.
I could take care of that. I know him.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Hello says, rest in peace, Frogs. I wasn't really close with Frogs, but this came out of nowhere. Just know it does get better. Get help if you're thinking about it. I know that it does from experiencing. I am on shit for this exact reason of depression and suicidal activity. Rest in peace.
That's very nice. Now, just to be sure, so that I don't mess it up again, H Lock is next, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bearcat
So-
Recurda said, God damn it, Tweak.
I know the way I ended up. I tried to depart from Ecos wasn't very mature or
Tweak
right of
said,
me.
I am sorry.
And
I am trying not to fuck up. Shay remembers said
pained me
hello. Yes, this is
to
hello.
realize that the last thing he said to me was, he was disappointed in me. I wish I could have done better. It hurts that I can't, mend this bridge like I wanted to. But it brings a smile to my face to see that all of us are back together. But it hurts to see that it's this that makes us come back together. Frogs has been one of my closest friends, really. Him and Arctic both. Since the beginning of my time on Gary's pod. It's always been Frogs and Arctic, and just to realize that one of them no longer going to be here. Whenever I get on every day, doing something, doing an event, fixing a server, just being an outright amazing guy. It sucks. Yeah, that's it.
That's very nice. Louis Pranks, if you would like to say anything, as well as your final goodbye to Frogs, now's the time.
I didn't really know Frogs at all, actually. From what I hear, he sounds like an amazing person, honestly. I just want to start off by saying I'm sorry for, I feel I was pretty disrespectful when I just asked out of nowhere who was the person that died. I just feel that that was pretty disrespectful. I just want to say that. And yeah. I'm not the most religious person, so I'm just gonna leave him with a prayer. I am Catholic, but I'm not really religious. I will leave him off with a prayer, one that I know. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Yeah, that's all.
Understood. Lutbug, if there's anything you would like to say about Frogs and your final goodbye, now is your chance. Are you there, Mustang?
Oh wait, never mind. I had like my mic muted in the client, so I was really confused. Anyways, I dealt with Frogs from like a managerial point, never like on a personal point. He was always pretty rational. A lot of people talked real highly of him back in the day. I'd be lying if I 100% agree with the method, but I'm not one to judge. It's stuff happens, and it's really sad to hear. I hope that wherever, no one really knows what happens after, but whatever does happen after, I hope he ends up in a place that validates his own decision. And I only wish the best for him. And like Louis said, I'm not too religious as well, but I do pray for things like this, and he will definitely be in my prayers tonight. So rest in peace and much love from everyone at BLN.
Alright, that was very nice. Mac, if you would like to say anything as well as your final goodbye, now's your chance.
So I don't know. I hope my mic is good. I didn't play with any of you guys. I joined the server one time after I downloaded all the fucking content you had. So this is irrelevant. I knew Bob since I was probably 4 years old. We grew up together. He's my neighbor. Was my neighbor. I haven't been on Steam nor Discord nearly as much as I used to be, so I haven't talked to him because I've been working. And just seeing how many people are here today, it just makes me happy to know that he affected all of you. I don't really know where to where to go with it. I just thank you all for being here and saying nice things about him. I'm sure he would like it. I don't know. This isn't goodbye. Not for me. I hear the music too. That's all I have to say. I just want to thank you guys.
Understood. It's very nice. Maka, you have anything you'd like to say? Oh,
Yeah, so this really hasn't really happened, to me. I haven't really, it's kind of weird, different. Never really lost somebody from online, so I don't really know how to feel. I when I first found out when I was in my band class, at first, I thought it was just him, like, somebody leaving the server. But the way Tweak worded things, it was what's it called? Kind of, leading to things. So I just remember staring at my phone in the middle of it in class and just learning that Frogs had died. I knew Frogs for a while since MW. I never really got close to him like some other of you guys. But like it's kind of strange since I talked to him like Tuesday. And it's just kind of strange. Yeah. I really hope. Okay, never mind.
that's very nice, Maka. Mai, if there's anything you'd like to say as well as your...
Yeah. I also have kind of a quick question. 40's PM'd me a thing that he wanted to say. I'll just say it when we loop back around, but remind me.
Alright.
So what I want to say is, when I first joined Masterworks after I was trying to find something else besides BLN, Frogs, Spark, and EJ of the 501st all approached me, and they trained me and treated me rather nicely. And for the entire day, for an event, they were like, "We'll make you an honorary 501st. You can just hang out with us and learn the server and just have fun." And I had a great time, and I grew to be friends with Frogs and Spark. I'm gonna miss Frogs. The last thing I remember him telling me was "Hey shorty, you short here often," and it was kind of a joke, but like I'm gonna kind of miss him. I need to stop talking now.
Understood. That's very nice. Marmal, I assume since you're down there now, you actually want to say something now?
Frogs is pretty cool, and he's dead. That's sad. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say without you know, might accidentally saying something that might offend someone. So I'm just gonna like stay quiet now.
Okay. Marth?
Yes, of course. I've spoken to Frogs, of course, a while back, and it was always good to hear his voice. And it's very sad what happened recently, of course. But I have a promise with him that I was going to finish one of his stories, essentially, when he was doing these R.I.P that he was completing. I have a link to the server itself in the Discord if you all want to see it as well. And it's a shame because I was about to finish it as well. About tomorrow, I believe I would have been able to tell them that I finished the entire story. But that's fine. I understand what happened. And it's a shame. It really is a shame. But I do wish him the best wherever he is now. And if you do want, I can send you the information as to where he keeps all these stories and such.
Alright. Mercy, if there's anything you would like to say about Frogs as well as your final goodbye.
Hello, hi everyone. Like everyone said, you all know Frogs, and each and everyone have your own stories and your own experiences. But personally, I had a more personal experience with Frogs. He gave a. I want to apologize if I stutter or start to cry because I'm just going through a lot. Many people know him for many things, but from him to me, I was his Sebs. He named me Sebs. I don't know why. I still to this day I don't know why he called me Sebs, but he's been through a lot with me, and he was a really good friend. He was a very excellent advocator. He stuck up. He really stuck up for me in times where I have suffered a lot. I went through a lot with my job, and as well as other personal things, and he was there to support me. I'm sorry. I'm just. So I can't explain how lucky I am to meet someone that it's just so hard to say goodbye to, because I really don't ever want to say goodbye to him, because saying goodbye to him is like going away, and going away means forgetting, and I don't ever want to forget him because he was such an amazing person, and I really wish everyone had that personal experience where you could talk to him. I'm sorry. I'm still in denial. I just can't accept the fact that he's gone. I can't accept the fact that he's no longer with us. And I'm just in that very emotional state right now where I just can't handle it. I don't want to say goodbye because I really don't. But I just hope all you guys know that he was a wonderful person. Deep down, Bob was a wonderful man. I'm sorry, I apologize, but I really wish you all had that experience that I had with him. And hopefully one day you guys will meet someone like him. Done.
That's very moving. Now, I'm not going to call you that. Paul, if you would like to say anything about Frogs or say your final goodbye, now is your chance. You there, Paul? Alright. Going to move on to the next person. Pablo. If there's anything you would like to say as well as your final goodbye, now's your chance.
So the time I spent on MW, I didn't really know Frogs that much, or we didn't really talk that much. But during that time, I could tell that he really cared about his server. He cared about the community. He wanted to always make it better. He cared, and it was really admirable. Like, even when on the server I would do something really mingy, he wouldn't like get mad. He would just give me a punishment, and that would be it. He would put it behind him. He never stuck onto something. He wasn't petty, and it was really admirable. I'm gonna miss him. I I yeah, I still can't believe that he's gone. I'm gonna miss him so much. Anyways, that's it.
Understood. Popo, if you'd like to say anything about frogs, as well as your final goodbye, now is your chance.
I never really knew him, but from all these stories that all of you have shared with all of us, like I could tell he was a wonderful person to be around and also help everyone. I know he may not be here with us, but he's with us in spirit. Sorry, it's I'll just stop here. Like I can't really continue, but
Alright? Raider, if there's anything you would like to say about frogs, or your final goodbye, now's your chance. Raider, is your mic okay?
Raider,
My
I think your mic is
fucking
muted. There you
sorry.
go.
Oh, there we go.
My mic was up. I forgot to bring it down. Alright, so I'm just gonna. So yeah, I didn't. Knowing frogs, I didn't know him as well as most people, but I knew him a decent amount. He was always a very nice person on the server, and that he did a lot to help out everyone. I never saw him do anything hurtful to anyone or ever try to spread any hate or lies or anything. He was always a very nice person to everyone I was around. I never had any negative experiences with him. I didn't want to say I hope he's in a better place right now. And being, a person of religion too, this isn't final goodbyes yet because hopefully we'll see each other again soon. But until then, this is goodbye, I guess, for now. I hope to see you again, buddy. Alright, I guess I don't have much more. Thank you everyone also for coming out here and gathering together as a community. I think this is something really nice that we were able to do for frogs and each other. Have a good night, everyone. And you too, frogs.
That's very nice. Risky, if you would like to say anything about frogs as well as your final goodbye, now is your chance.
Oh God. Okay. Just give me a second. Let me kind of just regather myself. I didn't write anything mostly because I don't succeed when I do, and I feel like I'm a lot better at just kind of just letting myself like kind of just go. So I'm just gonna go from here. Where do I begin? When all the fallout from BLN happened, and I remember the day that I decided that I was going to not be a part of BLN. I felt extremely lost, and to be honest, it's sort of the same way I feel now. And I've ironically enough, it was about a year ago when MW came up, and Frogs, Arctic, Tweak, Blood, all you guys, all you guys were kind of pioneers of that thing, and we were all in it together. We were all brothers and sisters, and we were all just like trying to branch off something better. And I didn't really get to talk to Frogs too much in the beginning. It was more or less towards the sorry, I'm getting a little bit shaky. A little bit towards the summer, where I really got to know him, because that's when we were oh god, fuck. That's when we were in a really hard place financially with the server. Things were going like, not the best. It kind of seemed like things were on a downhill slope, and he came and stood when no one else would. And above all else, he helped us out. He did what he could, just as far as activity, money wise, just overall support. He was there. And oh god, I'm sorry, I'm looking really fucking shaky. I'm having an anxiety attack, I think. But so to fuck, just give me a sec. So when just all the fallout happened, and the stuff around July-ish, when he left, and because he was gone for his LOA, in the army, I believe, at least I think. I was kind of back and forth, and just during that time, I really wanted to I really wanted to be there for the community, and kind of be among, like, the guys in the round table, basically, of MW, just kind of helping each other out, laying down the law where they could. I had left during that time, and I really fucking wish I didn't leave during that time, because I feel like that's when I really could have gotten to know the guy better. But when I came back and started poking my head out of the ground, around October-ish, November, all I really wanted was sorry, I'm so fucking shaky. All I really wanted was to just kind of voice my opinions here and there, even when they were and were not welcome. And I know I could have definitely said things better. And there's nothing but regret and shame and guilt I have for everything that's led up to this point, because I truly wish I could have stopped. I could have helped, but at the time I decided to be extremely one-sided. And the last PM I had with him was in June, and the last contact I had with him over voice was just me screaming at him and just being really fucking petty and immature. And that's something I'll never be able to take back. And I know he wanted all that to not stay. I never want to take such a stupid fucking grudge with people to the end, but I I'm gonna have to live with the fact that I never got to make it up for him. And when all the shit fucking happened, just between the fucking communities, it just shouldn't have fucking happened, to be honest with you. It's just it was just one of those things where oh, give me a sec, please. All right, sorry. I just need a second there. Okay, anyway, just all this stuff, at the end of the day, we're all we're all brothers and sisters sharing a common ground and something we love. And I know to my present, to my past friends, my present friends, and my future friends, if there's any bad blood, just at all between anybody right now, I wanna cut it right now. You know, like it I'm sorry. Let me just you know, when I found out that he had did this, I genuinely lost a piece of me, and I know it's really easy to just, you know, look at me and just see this person that just, you know, is just doesn't care about anybody but himself, and just wants to cause drama and havoc and chaos, and I only have myself to blame for that, and Lord knows I've been trying to get better at that. But I'm never gonna be able to say I'm sorry to him. Just but I want you to know, Frogs, you're listening, bud. I'm fucking sorry, man, for everything. I really wish I could have patched the shit up or did something to just maybe had any sort of say in it, but I know that that's not possible. And I'm so glad that I'm seeing so many just old and new faces in here. It just really warms my heart to know that he was so loved. I you know, if I keep going, I'm just gonna keep crying. So I'm just gonna end it here. I love each and every one of you and frogs. You fucking. I'm sorry, man. That's all I got.
All right, Rommel, if there's anything you would like to say or your final goodbye.
All right. I knew frogs a lot longer than a lot of people in here. Not as long as some of you. I remember we first had a conversation. I was talking to him when he was in GMs back in December-ish. It was like a few days before I came CO of the battalion. But yeah, I don't remember much from the conversation. I just remember he seemed like a nice guy and someone I wanted to get to know more. BLN, I never really got to know him as well as other people did on BLN because two separate battalions. But MW, when it was formed, I got to meet him a lot more and kind of get to know the person I was dealing with, which is a very kind and gentle soul that I thought never was the last person I suspect of doing something like this. July, I really got to know him well before he head off to the military for a while. Then he came back. Things were going well. Created Ecos, like taught me so much stuff about stuff with Lua, FileZilla. Just didn't have to do any of that stuff. He took his time and energy to help me with problems I was having. Along with that, I just wish I noticed something that was wrong with him. Last night I was like one of the last few people that was talking with him before I logged off for the night, like round 1, like I usually do. I just wish like I would have said something other than well, good night, you guys. Just said like something more meaningful because you don't know when the person that you were just talking to is gonna go. I feel as if like I don't know, it just hit me hard. I'm just glad a lot of people showed up for a man that was sincerely a saint, in my opinion. I am a religious person, and I do believe he has a special place in the Lord's house right now. That's all I gotta really say.
All right. That was very nice. Mike, could you read Job Ops? He didn't get to say it earlier, so I figure since he posted it. Oh wait, never mind.
What? It's cool. It's there if you want to read it, but thanks anyways. My internet's just being a butt. Thank you.
What was the question?
I was
I'm
just
like,
gonna ask if you wanted to read Job Ops.
I can read it for Joe Bob. If
can someone else read it for Joe Bob? Because I'm kind of in my
Yeah.
I'm in my dining hall right now.
I
Perfectly
can
fine.
I can read it myself. Thank you.
Oh,
I never I never knew frogs a lot as well as anyone else. I'm really sorry. I'm not the best with these speeches or public talking, but just from what everyone else was saying about him, pictures from memories, I was honestly intrigued that I kind of realized he and I were a lot alike, really. All I just want to say is that we miss you, buddy, and just God, I'm terrible with this, but just rest well, buddy. That's all I can say.
alright, that's very nice. Trying to remember the place. Shay, if there's anything you would like to say about frogs as well as your final goodbye.
I didn't know frogs too well, so I'll make this quick. Frogs, if you're listening, and I know you are, you're basically here with us, and it's comforting to know that. I want you to know just how loved you were by this community, and really, I just want to thank you for bringing us all together again. It's crazy to think that such stupid things had to divide us, but the fact that your influence impacted us all brought us here today. I really think it just shows how close you were to all of our hearts. We'll miss you, bud. May the force be with you, always.
Alright. Now, for Sparks, I will be reading his. I can find it. Oh, here it is. Sparks says, "You'll never understand how much you meant to me, bud. You were my mentor for leadership and my best friend on this server. I never could have any type of friendship with anyone but you. You helped me so much when I had server owner dropped on me. You taught me the do's and don'ts and how to make important decisions. You helped build our communities immensely. Hearing of your passing this morning left me dysfunctional and unable to focus. I'll never forget our best moments in the 501st. All the little inside jokes we had, or just playing TF2 for a change. The heavens are under Legion control now. I love you, dude. No one can replace a friend like you. I hate goodbyes. You have no idea how much we all will miss you, and I promise I'm going to make amends to all I have had issues with. I love you, buddy." Very nice. Stormer, if you have any words you would like to say about frogs or your final goodbye, now's the chance.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep this brief because I didn't personally know him as well as everyone else did. But he meant a lot to all of you, and especially one of my friends, so to know that he's gone kinda hurts, because it
flex on everyone else, and it only makes me.
What happened to him?
We lost him.
Sorry,
Where do you? Oh,
sorry, I disconnected. Shall I resume?
yeah.
It only hurts me more that I didn't get to know him as personally as I wanted to, and to see that he's gone so soon. All I have to say is, may heaven's arms carry him to a better life, and I hope he's happy. I just want him to know that we all still care. We honor him. For what little time I knew him, it was an honor. That's all.
That was nice. Tyke, if you have anything you would like to say about frogs as well as your final goodbye, now is the chance. Tyke has requested us to skip him. Tyrone, if there's anything you would like to say.
Well, all I can say is I had really good memories with frogs. Most of the time it would be goofing around, whether it be after hours on the server or not. I always had fond memories of him. He was always that super, like, to me, he always stood out as kind of a father figure. I'm pretty young, as most of you know, I'm 16. He always seemed like a mature man. He always kind of stood out as a father figure to me, and I was in his 501st on MW. I was in most of his battalions, but it was really nice messing around and goofing around with him. When I first saw the message, I broke down, man. I didn't even know what to do, man. I just remember all the fun times we had and all the goofs and gaffs. I never really have had drama with anybody, but I think we need to put everything aside now. We need to just come together once again. Frogs wants us to be back together. He'd want us to be together once again. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the good memories you guys have given me. Thank you.
Alright. It's very nice. I know Vulture went, so we're gonna go ahead and go on to Arctic. Would you like to say any words about frogs or your final goodbye?
Hello?
Hey.
There you go.
Alright, you guys can hear me? Okay. I'm not very good at expressing emotions and opening up, so I'll just start with something that I've never been able to say to anyone before until now. A lot of you think of me as a pretty happy and easygoing guy, and nowadays it's pretty true. For a long time though, I did a lot of self-harm, and I did it while I was talking to a lot of you. I've never opened up and I've never gotten to say what I was feeling just because I couldn't seem to bring myself to make my burden someone else's. There have been times where I was silent in the Discord with razors to my arms, cutting away. And it wasn't until MW formed that something was there to fill the void that was left when I left behind everything I was, when I was forced to leave my home and my family and friends in Hawaii, and especially after I was in an emotionally abusive relationship. I wanted to give everyone a thanks for helping me out of that rut, but I want to give a special thanks to a few of you that actually, just by talking to me normally, not knowing at all what was going on, got me to put down that razor while I was speaking to you. Risky, Locke, my best friend, Tyke, Bravo, and last but not least, Frogs. I bring this up and open up for the purpose of thanking Frogs for being one of those people. I only wish I could have done the same for him. I thank Frogs every day for helping to make such a big part of me possible, and that's Master was becoming the family I lost, and I wouldn't have made it through my transition without you guys. So I thank for all of you, especially Frogs.
That's very nice. Zebus, if you have anything you would like to say about frogs or your final goodbye, now's your
Well,
chance.
knew this individual for decent chunk of being on Gmod. Don't really know what else to say. He was a good server manager. He was a good friend. He showed me how to play Stellaris, and we had some good times. I can't I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Well, I guess I'll see him in Valhalla one day, you know?
That's very nice. Is there anyone that hasn't gotten to go?
May I read for 40 since he couldn't
Oh,
find his words
yes.
earlier? Alright. 40s. I hoped I would never have to write something like this. There are those that are rarely find there are those that you rarely find in games, and they are even rarer to meet in person. Frogs was one of those rare people. I saw him as a father, and the server he fostered. I wish I could have known him as much as the friends he has made. There are conversations I will never be able to have with him, and I will remember those I have had with him. I wish the best to his family and friends, and I hope he rests in peace.
That's very nice. I have if anyone needs to go. Huh?
I wrote something that's relevant.
Alright. Oh, you wrote something. Oh. Where? Garland, I can't find your thing.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
I'm sorry, man.
It's cool.
I think just boss found it. It's in general chat.
Okay. Where is it?
Wait,
It's
what?
in 2 frogs now.
Oh.
I wish you would stop moving it.
Yeah, my bad.
I can read it. I got it.
I have no idea where it is.
I got it. It's
Okay.
alright. I'll read it. Garland/Galatine wrote, I'm never going to be able to talk to you again, but I just want Frogs to know I love him as a friend and wished only that I could have been a shoulder he could have leaned on. It hurts that you're gone, but I'm sure I will heal and keep your memory in a positive outcome to my growth for the future. Thanks for being there for me and being supportive. Goodbye, Dad.
Alright. It's very nice. Does anyone have anything that we missed out on? Alright. I think I have about 5 of them to read. So
I
bear
thought
with me.
motherfucking Alex wanted to go. Well, I'm just saying his name.
I
He
just
said it in general.
what really?
Like he didn't type it out. He just said he wanted to go next.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Are you there?
All right, so I just want to say that I've been in this position before where I had a friend, take his own life, and it does hurt, but I mean,
Grave, a place of bear.
I just want to say that Frogs was a good person. He will be missed. We all loved him, and I just want him to rest in peace.
That was very nice. Got a few to read here, so everyone bear with me. Then I've got mine to say afterward.
Yeah, and then I'll do my prayer after that because it's got to be after everybody talks.
Alright. Now I just gotta find. There it is. Alright. This is from Potato. We're all a bunch of nerds playing a game, and I don't get pretty dramatic. I just like to do a couple memes here and there, but if we can just go on our ways and not fight, everyone will be happier in the end. We shouldn't let our life be affected this much. And Frogs, he was always nice to me. Never had any problem with him. Whenever I just wanted to talk, he was always online just to talk. I think that was it for that one. Okay. Oh, Bearcat has something to say.
Honestly, I just want to get this out there. I know as of right now, we're all coming together, and we're gonna probably be like this for a couple weeks, and then there's that potential where people will go back to their old habits. Let's try not to go back to the old habits. Let's try and keep the community that's pretty much been recreated at this point together, stuck together. Just let's not fall back to old habits. Let's not meme on each other. Let's just become that community that we've always been destined to be, that we've always wanted to be, and just do that.
That was very nice. I apologize very deeply because it seems I have lost the other 3. The only 2 I have are Potatoes and Jaegers, but I do know there were 3 others, so I wanted to leave a message. But here's Jaegers. Frogs was one of my best friends. One of the only few people I could really trust. And probably the only reason I was on Ecos. Goodbye, Frogs. Like I said, I can't find the others, so I'm very sorry. But here's here is mine, real quick. I'm pretty sure A lot of you know me. If not, then that's fine. When I first met Frogs, man, that was a long time ago. Back in BLN when I first heard, I assume this is Frogs. He was one of the guys in the GMs who I butted heads with a lot. And that's kind of how our friendship kind of went. I butt heads with him, he butts heads with me. We talk it out and find solutions. The only difference, well, I guess there really is no difference between us. This is a little bit of truth time. For the longest time, I've been the same way. And I hate to say this at someone's funeral because it's fucked up, but I feel like I have to. And I still go through depression. It's not a fun thing to go through. The fact that he was able to make a choice, I've said a lot, that makes him extremely brave in my books. Doesn't matter what choice he made. When you're sitting there having to weigh those options, that's when everything doesn't matter. Everything becomes real though. And yeah, I've been there a lot more times than I'd like to count. But one thing I always remember whenever I talk to Frogs, one thing I told him, because as a lot of you know, I have a lot of things that are actually wrong with me that are from birth, I guess. Don't know when. Told him, no matter what, you better outlast me because I want to haunt your ass. I always keep thinking of that. Frogs was like the brother I never had. I'm gonna miss him. Good night, man. Alright.
That was beautiful, Tweak. All right, does anybody else have anything to say before I say this prayer? Because it really needs to be done after everybody says something. So,
Last call at this point.
I send some to Tweak.
I don't know how specific it is, but we have like kind of a happy announcement to make after that.
yeah. I mean, it's just after everybody does their goodbyes
Tyler
and
wants to
stuff.
speak.
Oh.
If it's the Caudale, I'm killing Vulture.
I think Levi wanted to say something, but his message got lost.
Yeah, that's what he said. He sent it to you, Tweak.
Yeah, I can read it. From Levi. I'm not going to say anything through voice, but I'd like to say I'm going to see Frogs on Sunday, and as a favor to him and everyone, I'm going to say goodbye in person to him from everyone on Sunday, and as the last thing I could ever do for him. And if anyone says anything, you've already talked to him about that. It's not what you think it means. He actually lives very close to him, so
He lives not even 20 minutes away from me.
I'm gonna send you something in a little bit, Levi, for you to say for me to him. Okay.
Okay. If you want me to say anything, send it to me. I'll try my best to remember it the best I can.
Tyrone had something to say.
The only thing I want to say is that I'm going to say this out to the guys, and I know this might be out of place, but white males, teenagers, as well as young adults have the highest suicide rating in almost in the national average, and it's because we aren't we can't get help psychologically because we don't want to admit it. I know it's a hard day for everybody, I understand, but if you need help, seek it. As my coach once said, there's strength in numbers, and when you need somebody, you need somebody. It doesn't matter if it's just some random person on the block. If they're here to comfort you, let them comfort you, man. It's always going to be a rough time. Just know there's always somebody out there that'll listen, no matter what.
Indeed, indeed.
There's quite a few more being due frogs if they would want them to be read out.
Where's
Adequate.
it start? Oh, Adequate. Tweak, you
And
want to read
then
them,
Ben.
or do you want me to read them? Because I could do it. It's either way.
If you can, I'd like you to read it.
Yeah, I was like, Tweak, your voice sounds terrible right now.
That's fine. I'll read them out. This is from Adequate. Hell, I still can't believe it. Only, as I said before, a week of knowing all of you. I get so stupidly attached to people. I feel like I belong here, and the fact that now that no one of the guys that were there with me when I started, him and Spark, Wirus, Frogs, Bobby, he was there. I keep saying so many things, but it's so hard to put words out. But the worst part that hurts is that I never was here when the thing sprouted, and I can't really say anything but Jesus Christ. The community here and the people here are so amazing, and now that we all lost one, most of all a guy that I truly got attached to when I felt out of place. So Frogs, rest in peace. Give God a slap on the ass for me, would you? That was a good one, Adequate. Good stuff. Thank you. This is from Wolfman. We may not have known each other all that well, Frogs, but we've had our chats and games, and here on Discord. You've always been a nice guy and a treat to hang with. A person like you is a hell of a loss, and he salutes. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is from Badge. Although I didn't know you that well and we didn't talk that much, I respected you so much, and the fact that you're gone wakes me up a lot to a lot of things. But we will never forget your legacy. Okay, awesome, man. Reskov posted his
Reskov
essay
already
on
did
there.
it, yeah, and
Yeah,
he already said it.
did it. He already did it. Does anybody else have anything? Real quick, because I'm gonna say a
I
prayer
would
for
like
him.
to, yeah, I would like to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
So I told my girlfriend about what happened to Frogs, and she wanted me to say this to everyone. She is sorry that what has happened for us all about losing a friend. Luckily, we are all here to remember. To remember him today, and we will never forget. I hope everyone will have a better time later on, and be happy. Thank you for your time, and remember, if you need help, just ask.
Very nice, very nice. Definitely thank you to her for that. Definitely.
I would have one thing I do want to say now that
Mm-hmm.
we're kind of at the end. I can gather my thoughts a bit more. I want to honestly say that I do want to thank everyone, though. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, it's great to have a really strong community like this. When someone passes away like this, we can never expect things like this to happen. And sometimes people can disappear off the face of the planet when it comes to being online, and you may never know what happened to them. Thankfully, we're able to find out something because of people and that. So I'm glad we were able to all gather here today and remember Frogs for who he was, and also to give him our final goodbyes and gather together as a community as a whole and heal over this period of time that we all go through a lot ourselves. Sadly, Frogs took his own life, and that's very unfortunate. I hope everyone else here, whoever is going through all hard times, because I'm sure there's plenty of you here that are going through hard times, that we can all persevere through and climb up to the top where we can hopefully find something better. Look at the good side of things. I love you all. Thank you, honestly.
Thank you for sharing that stuff, man. Tweak just messaged me. I sent an to Nian. If he has anything to say while
Yeah.
go ahead,
I
buddy.
do. I just want to say thank you for all of you. You know, I've known Godfrog here for about getting up close to about 5 years, 6 years. I met him on Counter-Strike Source. Even from the day I met him, I've never been in a channel with that man that there was never he was never acting sad. He always made sure that, you know, he was laughing. Everybody else was laughing with him. I remember just hopping on, even if I was in a bad mood, he'd hop on and he'd just start joking around, and, you know, of course, like, my frown would get turned upside down. I just want to say thank you to all you guys. I'm sad I couldn't stay here for the whole entire thing, but I just really love to see all you guys together and just to see how many people he actually touched and how many people he affected through all, even just being on the internet. Let alone I know he affected all the people that he was in the military with. That's all. I just want to thank you guys.
Thank you for sharing. Definitely.
What is it? I have an announcement to make, just for some of you that know Red Hood. Was it Veen put it in his Discord already? But I'm just gonna read the message. I'm here to speak on behalf of Rose's Red Hood's wife. Red has made a choice to take his K-bar and stick it through his left arm after all the horrible things that has happened today. Not only did one of his friends die today, but one of his old squad mates had also passed as well. Him trying to deal with his own sadness and hurt himself deeply, and is now on his way to the hospital.
Ooh. Okay.
Hopefully we can think about if Red Hood can make, like, if they end up have to put surgery, like, for his arm. Hopefully he gets better.
Yeah, we could just pray for him, definitely.
He will get better.
I see one here from Lost, and then after I read Lost, so I'm going to do my prayer, and then you guys can do your announcements after if you want. Lost has one here. It says, I really can't say much for this. I hadn't known you that well, but everyone speaks of you, Frogs, with high regard. So in the end, I salute you with honor and respect. I hope for whatever the gods from whatever pantheon or realm comes before you. I hope and believe you receive some peace. Luck and goodwill be with you wherever you are now. I really don't know what else, but may the force be with you as well. And he salutes with honor and respect. Thank you, Lost. All right, I have a prayer from my religion. If I don't know if anybody else practices this religion. I am an Odinist, which is a Viking religion. And I'm going to say a funeral prayer for Frogs. Prior to that, I just have one more thing to add. If anybody needs to talk, I joined the public relations for 2 reasons for this server. One, to get this server's name out there, and 2, if anybody has any problems they need to talk about, like I said before, I've dealt with a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things. Even if you just want to talk, even if you need to just vent and get things off your chest, you can come to me. Okay, all you have to do is send me a message on Discord. I am on 16 to 18 hours a day, and I will make time. If I'm busy, I will make time for you to talk. I'm here for you guys. I know what's going on. Like I said, I've been through a lot. And with that, I'm going to say a prayer, and then I'll let Tweak do whatever he needs to do. All right, this is for Frogs. They bid me take my place among them in the halls of Valhalla, where thine enemies have been vanquished, where the brave shall live forever. Nor shall we mourn, but rejoice for those that have died the glorious death. Lo there do I see my father. Lo there do I see my mother and my sisters and my brothers. Lo there do I see the line of my people back to the beginning. Lo, they do call me, they bid me take my place among them in the halls of Valhalla, where the brave may live forever. I love you, frogs. I'll see you in the future, buddy. Tweak, go ahead.
Thank you all for coming out here and saying what you need to say. Saying our final goodbye to Frogs. I know he's looking down, smiling on us. Probably trying to find something I did wrong today. Yeah. We're all gonna miss him. Thanks for coming, everyone.
You think it's a good time now, Tweak?
Yeah. If you want.
Shit. I don't even know how to say this.
Alright.
I
You
think
and me.
everyone.
To come out clear.
I think everyone can unmute now.
Yeah, y'all can all unmute.
Can,
It's just
can I
me.
give a Red Hood update real quick?
I gave it already.
Yeah, we already were updated.
No, like
no,
a
God.
newer update that literally just got updated.
Okay, go ahead.
In accordance with Rose, they just got to the hospital and he's knocked out, and they have to remove the blade immediately, or he's gonna lose too much blood and die.
Just pray for him.
And I can't deal with another one. I can't deal with another one.
Just calm down.
Take some deep breaths.
You'll be fine.
It will be fine.
He's in good hands. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Count to 10. Exhale. Repeat.
Arctic, we'll talk about it another time.
Oh, shit.
I'll
probably just type the announcement, to be honest.
It's probably better to get the announcement out there than wait for it.
Yeah,
Just
it would
drop,
be.
Just drop it. There's no point. There's no point in waiting for anything. Nothing special's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. I just woke up again.
Yeah.
And I don't fucking know, man.
Well, like I said, thank you all for coming. And if you need me, you know where to find me.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go into General 2 to make the announcement, and if anyone believes that they're not ready to hear anything, then you can stay here and...
Everyone wants to go hear that announcement.
Well, I would just like to formally apologize for not being here sooner.
I don't even want to deal right now.
Because I wasn't here because a lot of stuff came up and I didn't have a choice about anything. So, I formally apologize. I would have been here through the whole thing, but...
It's alright, dude.
I'll be back. I actually want to hear this real quick.
I'll be
think
right
a
back,
couple
guys.
people are
I
trying to
need
talk
to.
it out.
I need to talk.
Oh.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I've said it in chat. I just need to fucking say it like
quick
through
and-
voice. Like just real quick. I'm sorry for just everything. I'm filled with just nothing but shame, just regret, and just overall guilt. Of just
Hang on.
everything.
Risky. You shouldn't have to feel that way.
Hey, just so you guys know, it seems like he is conscious and yelling at people. So at least he's conscious right now.
That's fantastic.
Of course he's yelling at people.
Oh my
He's like, get this knife
Classic
out of my fucking
redhead.
arm.
His wife
Classic
said
red.
that he can hear him saying "Go fuck yourself" and yelling in pain.
Hey man, that's
Classic
one way to
red.
be
Alright,
Classic
everybody.
red hood.
Let's not laugh.
I
All right.
sincerely do not think that is something to be laughing about. He has a knife lodged in his arm, and he
Whoa.
may still.
I think they're laughing because
least he's
We're
conscious.
laughing because
It's
better.
Relief.
Yeah,
we're
Alright, guys.
Let's chill. Let's chill.
I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. There's not going to be any better time, so I'm just going to get this out of the way that we can all talk about shit that's honestly, in my opinion, more important. So, Tweak and I talked it over. We gave it some thought, and we decided that Masterworks servers and Ecos, there are no more. We are no longer like two separate. We're joining under a new name to be dedicated to Frogs. We have worked out a system to pretty much everyone keeps their ranks. Everyone's still in charge of the same stuff they're in charge of. No one's gonna lose any of their ranks. The only two people who are two from Masterworks servers who were server managers of non-existent ones at the time. So I'm gonna give everyone the Discord link to that. I'll start constructing it to be an actual Discord, and we'll start working out the actual politics and the plans of it in the future. But here's the link in general chat. And now time to get spammed with messages.
Alright, so it's going to be Ecos. I say this because webpage design, PR.
I like entertainment a lot. I like that a lot.
All right. I just want to say something. Like, I just want to say this for all of us. Man, we are childish. That it took someone that we know had to die for us to get together.
He managed to.
Well, I didn't want to like look at it that way immediately,
but
I'm just putting it out there because like
it sucks.
Gonna be a while.
That is, it sucks, but yes, that is the reason.
It takes something like that to bring people back together. That's
I'm extremely glad though that we are back together, as I know this is something Frogs would have wanted.
Damn, so many people in here, man.
Hoorah!
Dude, that got spammed instantly.
Dude, how did people join instantly, dude?
For Bowman.
Red Hood's gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yay!
He's fine now, and he gave a doctor a black eye.
And everyone, I'm sorry.
What a champ, man. What did he say?
Everyone remembers Frogs.
They asked him if he had any feeling in his arm, and he punched him.
He's a fucking legend.
Okay, should I put that? Okay, I'm gonna put that in fucking
Classic Reddit.
Tyrone remembers Frogs said me and Subdeath.
Do you have any feeling in your arm?
Keeps
I mean, I would fucking punch someone too if they were holding me down like I'm a fucking crazy person.
Just think of it, not there.
Like I'm in fucking Vietnam.
Dude, rip doctor.
Bearcat Ricuada said you're welcome here anytime, me and Subdeath. Yo Bob remembers said I am flailing in my chair like the autistic teen that I am smiling face with open mouth and smiling eyes so goddamn happy. MEE6 said congrats. Yo Bob remembers, you just leveled up to level 2, well done. Arctic said at here, for a small version we are coming back together to honor Frogs under a new name.
Just the name change.
Discord.gg.
So
yeah.
Bravo remembers said that everyone Reddit is fine and stabilized, he will make it.
Yeah.
Raider said,
Everything will get, at some point, everything is going to get, like, deleted, but we are in a transition period right now, so just, yeah.
Keep doing
Also,
what you're doing.
I'm gonna put this in. I guess I'll make one of the first announcements. I guess I'm gonna make this in. So no one can type in it.
I don't have an
Should we all have
Dude,
a-
96 members instantly.
Yeah, I saw that.
Somebody.
What?
Rest in peace, Master
96
Cub,
on
and
what?
rest in peace, Ecos.
Spanish Tomato said.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss those letters. I'm gonna miss
Alright,
those letters a
so
lot.
obviously
Tyro
not
Nicknibba
everything,
said
all
I
stats,
deleted
not like
all of
public
fucking
relations
Gmod.
and all that shit's in there. But this is a general idea of how the system's gonna work. Where basically Clone Wars and
Finn
Imperial
Alex
RP are
said,
gonna run
where's the
exactly
mem
how they
channel?
were under Ecos and the other
Tyro
servers.
Nicknibba said, but I'm
I
gonna
gave
come
up Clone
back.
Wars. I
Vex
kind of
the
lost a
something
lot of
said I
passion
will
for
try
it.
to
I
start
don't
playing on the
want to
server
be a
more
huge
in
part
honor
of it.
of frogs.
So the Halo RP, the Old Republic RP, and then the other three like fucking Minge Fest to bring in more people will be under my control.
It's nice to know
Joseph
that's
the
the
boy
way you
said.
look at it, and then you put me in charge, fucking.
I mean,
No, I get it. I love you too, cunt.
Archie, I have a fat question.
Yeah, what's up?
So server managers are gonna stay the same, correct?
Yeah, except unfortunately, I think in order to keep everyone happy with this, with the amount of stuff like certain server people are giving up and the certain things we're giving up, fucking Brotato is gonna lose his server manager
CWRP?
spot for Durandal.
I figured.
Beagle
I
said
lo-
time to
I love
reinstall
Blake.
mod.
Blake's my homie.
Blake is awesome.
Blake's my homie.
Can I also just say,
No, that's
like,
no.
Spark said, I love you
need to
guys,
get
and
this
I'm
off
so
my chest
sorry
because
for
I forgot
everything
it
that happened
in my
over the past couple
in
months.
my little speech thing
Tyro
that I
Nicknibba
did.
said, Spark, you're
But
good, bud.
Frogs
Tyro
gave me
Nicknibba
the
said, now we
opportunity that I
reconcile.
had, you know, during all the fucking like drama
Drew
and
remembers
shit.
said.
And
Tyro
looking
Nicknibba
past
said, we
all of that
reunite.
crap, you know,
Tyro
like
Nicknibba said,
it's
we
really
rise.
fucking opened my eyes
Drew
and like
remembers
allowed
said,
me to
alright.
realize, you know, that there's like a lot of shit like that, you know, I can do, like as like
SDS40 said,
you
hooyah.
know, that to just
Beagle
help
said,
other
love
people.
every single
So,
one of you
know,
bloody wonkers, heavy black
I
heart.
honestly gotta fucking thank him for that
Spanish
because he
Tomato
gave
said,
me, you know,
gross.
that opportunity
Finn Alex said,
to really just help and
Dewdrop
make a
said, ew.
difference.
Reskov said, time to invade BLN. Side by side.
I still
Finn
can't believe
Alex
I didn't
said,
get the
mem
chance to
channel
fucking make things
PLS.
right, man.
Tyro
And my
Nicknibba
eyes
said,
are
"Ura."
physically fucking burning
Drew
from not being able
remembers
to
said, hold
fucking
on.
produce tears anymore.
Drew remembers said,
I've
I got
cried
the channel
entire
profile
fucking day.
picture. Tyro Nicknibba said, we must
Yeah.
rise. Joseph the boy said, wait, we're reuniting?
Able to fix stuff.
Reskov said, for frogs.
He forgets. No
SDS40
matter,
said, yes. Drew remembers said, channel profile picture.
on you, being like, you know
Joseph
what?
the boy said,
I'm
yes.
sorry too. I forgive you.
Joseph
you
the
know?
boy said,
like,
for frogs. Zombies 00s said.
Just saying, like, just don't feel bad about your mistakes.
Neil Eggs said.
Be happy for the future.
Hello
I mean,
said heavy black heart.
like, Frogs was the type of guy that I only knew the guy for a week, but I could tell that dude was literally, like, if not
Neil Eggs
the
said for
nicest
frogs.
person you could meet. And I'm sure he would forgive you even beyond death. Like, dude.
All I have to say is I pissed off Frogs once so badly he didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. But the next day he
Tyrone
was
the M8
super
said, "May test."
apologetic about getting angry at me.
And guys, to the general chat.
Run!
Yo Bob said this night shall be remember forever.
Someone, the fucking water's coming through, clog it.
Servers, but I'd love to start.
The water's coming through, clog it. The water's coming through.
That's gonna
crash Discord.
Drew remember said I see
Plug
his
it already.
You got
Badge said
we're already flooding Discord, dude.
Guys,
oh my god.
Drew remember
patch
said
up the
you
hole in the
said
wall. We need to stop the water from coming
Tyrone the
in.
M8 motherfucker.
Who the fuck is
Drop
the
said I
zombies?
am the
God
plug.
damn you.
Robbie
Fucking
said.
damn you.
Drew remember said it's beautiful.
I was in the middle of talking.
Somebody invite a bot.
Joined.
Guys, I love how we have Alpha, which is me, and then now we have Bravo.
Angel Text said.
Where's Charlie?
We've had Bravo, dude.
You know what?
Gold said.
No, I know, I'm saying.
Shay said.
You step lightly. Some sort of window to your right. Seagulls left, but you stay right between the lines, fair and plain. You began to wonder, hey, did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. Let them know that you know best, 'cause after all you do know best. Try to slip past his defense without granting innocence. Lay down a list of what is wrong, things told him all along. I pray to God he hears you, and I pray to God he hears you. Oh, where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. He begins to raise his voice, lower yours and grant him one last choice. Drive until you lose the road, break with the ones who follow. He will do one of two things with everything, or he'll say he's just not the same, and you'll begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in bitterness, and I would have stayed up